Stream check. Stream check. Okay, that's working.
Voice changer check.
Stream check. Okay, that's working.
Voice changer check. Okay, we're good. Voice changer check with Discord. You guys can hear it. Is it working?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Music and all.
Well, when we last left our party, they finally figured out what was going on with that strange passenger that they let on board their habitation unit. He seemed to be harboring a visitor of some sort. Very unfriendly visitor. One you are all currently dealing with. I say we just jump back into it. We ended at the beginning of your turn, Raziel, right? Or did
Yes.
we end? Yes.
I
yes.
hadn't done nothing yet.
Yeah, I finished my turn, and then Sharp said he needed to go, and we wrapped it up.
Cool. All right. You are good to go then.
You've had a week. Now let's hear it.
I know. I'm gonna go with the plan I was originally gonna go with. I'm gonna glance at Hammer, who I'm kind of got on my shoulder, and go, "Sorry, bud," and I'm gonna immediately drop my arm, holding him, and pull out my other pistol, and I'm gonna try and move past Maxon, just enough so I can see the blood beast. Oh, we're all connected. I forgot we were all connected.
As you drop Hammer, as he goes to fall to the floor, one of his arms, like, almost autonomously shoots out and, like, cradles the fall and, like, takes a strange amorphous shape to cushion his fall.
You.
As he lands unconsciously on the ground.
I was imagining it before you described it. I was like, it must have just like.
Yeah, it very aggressively.
Well, he would have fallen
catches
forward.
him.
It would have fallen. He would have fallen forward because I had his arm over mine, and I had him.
Oh, you had him
had
like,
him around
like
the
over
side.
the shoulder carry, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, never.
Oh no!
He would
I
have
had
just
him
like.
one gun in one hand, and I had one arm over mine, and I had my arm around his body, pulling him along.
Oh, so
as
you're
much
kind of
as
doing
I
like
could.
one of these
Yeah.
things, like you had his arm
Yes.
over and we're carrying him at the side, gun out, kind of thing.
Yes,
I got
So
you.
I kind of said sorry and removed my arm and let him drop as I moved forward and pulled my other gun out.
So no
Well,
body
then,
horror
yeah.
today, except for the blood beast.
arm-
It would have been face first.
Yeah. Well, then his arms just kind of shoot out and catch him, and he almost does a push-up to lay his body down.
And then I'm gonna shoot this sucker in front of me with my pistol. I got a natural 20.
Nice. I
That's
have faith.
amazing.
My
Nice.
faith is
For my
restored.
shot.
Amazing.
My faith in statistics has been restored. Thank you. I feel much better.
You.
You hear that? You have one chance tonight. You hear that, natural
One
20?
chance.
Did you hear that? Do it.
Do it the
More-
first time or you're screwed.
I hope my
Higher than
chances
12.
are good.
By the way, I determined I didn't roll higher than a 12 last week on my die. Like the actual number I rolled, I didn't roll higher than a 12. I rolled a 12, an 11, and then the rest was 7 or lower. I had like an average of 9.
Man.
With
That's
the use of
crazy.
my feet, do I need to roll for the firebolt to hit on that shot as well?
Yes.
Thought so. Okay, let's see if this die will roll another nat 20. I'm gonna use the same one. Nope, 8 plus. I think it's 8 plus 7, so 15 for the firebolt hit. So that probably misses, maybe, probably.
Yeah, that misses.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll the damage for the gunshot, which is 10 times 2. That's 20. Plus my dex for the shot, right?
It's just a normal piercing gunshot round, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So that's 23 damage total for that one. And-
You see as you shoot it that it takes no damage. The bullets simply just pass through its amorphous body and just kind of slam into the back of the wall behind it.
Uh-oh. What kind of damage did you hit it with?
Well, fuck.
The only
It would have been just my regular gun.
What
I don't have
damage?
the
arcane
only,
weapon active.
the only other person that has hit it was Alexander with his eye beams.
What was the damage type?
It was just piercing, if I'm not
Interesting.
mistaken, from the bullet.
Yes, from a bullet, piercing. Piercing from a bullet, it took no damage.
Because I didn't cast arcane weapon on my gun,
So piercing and radiant.
and it's not a magical gun at the moment.
Well, it took damage from the radiant.
Did it? Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Not taking piercing damage makes sense, though. That makes sense to me.
yeah, it does. I was more hoping on the other one, technically, but I was hoping for at least some damage. Let me check something, because that slightly shifts what I can.
While I'm thinking
what
about
I
it,
may do.
did Seraphim see this also? That it didn't really flinch at the
I thought he
do
was
anything.
doing the radiant damage.
Oh, he is immune
I,
to radiant damage. I forgot. Oh my god, my bad.
I thought he.
I can't read the play sheet.
So,
So what did he take?
And piercing?
Yes.
I can't deal damage to him. I've got nothing to deal
Your
damage
energy
to
gun.
him. My energy gun is.
Oh wait, it's radiant. Never mind. Shit.
Wait, don't you have like 4 guns? And a melee weapon?
Every single one of my weapons is. Okay, hang on, wait. It says I think my AMR does force damage.
Yeah, it does radiant and force damage. Yeah. I
Yep.
can't remember exactly the dice for it, but
That kind of.
There is a force
Uh,
damage weapon available, should anyone ask.
It's my
I'm
strongest
gonna
gun
punch
too.
it.
So honestly, you know what? Oh my god, you know I'm just gonna have to shoot it to find out if I can do damage.
Since I don't have any other option, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it with my other gun for my bonus action.
Hell yes.
then who? I need to ask who did the damage to it then, because I forgot it's immune to radiant. Who did the 30 damage to it? Was that?
It was still Alexander, I'm pretty sure.
Alexander hit it. That was not the. That was
yeah,
so he
he-
did the punch,
Yeah,
and
he
then
punched-
He beat its ass.
so he punched
Yeah, he beat
it,
it. I
stunned
forgot.
it, and then tried to do a radiant strike of some kind, and it didn't work. Or no, it was punch, radiant strike. Radiant strike didn't work.
Nice.
That was first. Then he hit it to try and stun it, and then he tried to stun it again, and that's when it succeeded. I think was the order of that turn.
Yeah, and he backed away from it. That's what it was.
Yeah, and then he went around it. And then I
Alright.
grabbed it and did some more damage with
Yeah,
my
'cause-
second attack. And then I pushed it. Well, I hit it, did some, and moved it with the attack. Because when I do bludgeoning, I can move the target, and then I hit it with my special, my new thing.
new thing?
My new thing. My
Okay.
to the class and the sheet new feature, but not a new feature narratively.
All right.
For my
what
second-
was your? Yeah.
I'm doing the same exact thing. The only difference is the bullet was a 13 plus 7, which is 20, and the fireball was a 16 plus 7, which is 23.
They both hit, but just go ahead and roll the firebolt.
8 plus 5, so that is 13 damage.
Ooh, decent.
And
I like
then,
it.
because I just moved, I'm just gonna move back behind the meat shields.
Smart.
Because now I know
Wow.
my guns are pretty much useless against this bastard, and I just need to keep their asses alive. I was hoping I would do a bit more damage. So,
All right. Is that your turn?
yeah. That's my bonus action.
Okay.
Action, bonus action, and movement.
On to the Blood Beast's turn then, and no one was grappling it, right? But it is
No, I
stunned. What
shoved
does
it.
stun do?
It's stunned until Serena's turn. Or no, who
I didn't
stunned it?
stun it. It's
Alexander.
Alexander's next turn.
Alex stunned it.
Until
So-
his turn, it can't do anything
It's
anyway.
it's done until
Okay.
his next turn. So
So it can't
so that
move,
we'll all get
and it can't take reactions.
Can't move and it can't take reactions.
And I think it's stunned throughout its turn, so the turn just skips.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's why Stunning Strike is so
A little bit
DM to
OP when it
DM.
actually hit.
Meet me over here in the corner. We're gonna go over in the corner here. This is why we fucking hate Stunning Strike. I'm just letting you know.
I can't say much. It's it's the character I put into the story that did it, so I have to live with it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, I wonder if he thinks about like if he's had connected the wire of like, oh god, I give a high level monk stunning. I have a high level monk with Stunning Strike. Oh no.
Level campaign.
It's like uncanny, Mr. Incredible moment. It's like, oh no.
You'll notice
why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting
You'll
yourself?
notice he's been very absent in this campaign, and it's because I realized when you make a badass character, he's a badass character.
Oh, I've
For
noticed.
reasons.
Hey, you guys go do this one important thing. I'll do this other important thing off screen.
Yeah.
That's also why the magician was like a way out and not participating. He ended up there by accident in the middle of you guys about to die. He was the exit door, nothing more. So in case you guys were like, oh, we were rescued, we can't even have our own victory. No, he just like happened by. He was the accidental exit door for you guys narratively. That was what that
awesome.
was.
As
Exit
the
this
blood
way.
beast stands.
I do have those stem things that somebody could probably come and grab from me during their turn if they needed to.
Yeah.
I definitely need one, and I'm right in front of you, so.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, as the blood beast looks around, disoriented, feeling the slight singe of being burned by your firebolt, but the bullet seemingly passing through, we move on to Stone.
The bullets ricochet off the wall.
No.
I hope
Okay.
not. I'm standing right there.
That's
No,
why I
the
said
bunker
that.
will. You see that these bunkers are made in a way that if firefights
They
break out
dampen
in here,
impact.
yeah, they literally just absorb the bullets, so there's no ricochets. Yeah, this place seems to be
Repurpose that
built.
metal.
Mhm.
It's like shooting slime.
Okay, so I am in relative distance of
These
one
shots,
beast.
yummy slime.
Oh yeah. You can probably pass it. Well, maybe pass Serena.
I don't
probably
know.
could.
Well,
Yeah,
you are
Mulling.
still you are still
Yeah, he is
medium
bigger.
size, so I'll allow it. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not like he's not bigger size wise. He's just bigger narratively.
Built.
Yeah.
So
He's swole.
yeah.
See, I'm not wide.
Yeah,
I'm just
so-
tall and muscular.
So yeah,
Wiry.
I'll allow
Okay.
you to pass through Serena.
Okay, so I can get about here.
Oh, I can see.
So I guess I'm just gonna physically swing at it for the time being.
Are you biting or clawing it?
I'm going to claw. I don't know what it is, so I don't want it in my mouth.
Okay,
Good idea.
very smart.
And we
Actually, I
probably
would
would have
like
said
to
over
peck.
the radio it came out of that guy.
Like to peg.
We would have said that over the radio.
Yes,
If we
please,
knew.
Punch, punch.
All right.
I'd like to use
Yeah,
a,
go ahead
a
and roll
scratch.
your dice.
Alrighty, so my D20 plus strength on this roll.
Oh man.
And I have advantage on unarmed strikes, don't I? I do.
He's stunned. You have
Already
advantage
have it.
anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say you already have advantage.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Roll. My strength modifiers.
Advantage on melee attacks, but not
13.
ranged, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the ruling on the crits before he rolls damage? Is it auto crit? I don't know. I don't remember. So I stuns are
Oh,
fucking
I'm just
crazy.
rolling
I-
to hit right now, not even the damage.
Does it auto crit? I don't know. I
I
need
don't
to pull it
know.
up in front of me. Give me 1 sec.
Is anybody searching before I am?
What?
I'm
yes.
trying to
My
look at
damage
it.
dice a D6 on unarmed, is it not? I believe it is. Me.
Fucking what stuff is in my way?
Here, I'm looking it up. No worries.
Okay. Stun condition,
Some creatures
5e.
incapacitated, they can't move and speaking forever.
Oh, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I should rage.
Oh,
before-
I didn't realize the
Okay.
target has to succeed a Constitution saving throw, and I never rolled that.
I could have sworn you rolled that because you failed. You said, "Oh, he failed."
Yeah,
Well,
I
he
think you
didn't
did because I do remember.
You roll a con, roll
okay.
a con save to get out of it. I'm pretty sure, don't you?
at
the beginning of it.
I listened back to the
Yeah,
broadcast on Fridays, and I do remember that you did because
Okay,
he
cool.
succeeded on the because you did the radiant one, which didn't do anything.
You did it twice.
And then you hit him, and
Yeah,
it
I did do it
failed, and you
twice,
succeeded, and then
Failed the first
third
time
attack.
and succeeded the second.
Yeah, the second, the third
that-
attack,
yeah,
the
that
second
I remember
melee
we
succeeded.
made him do a bunch of just like keep fucking going until he's stuck.
Yeah,
Hit
he's
him.
like,
Yeah,
burn those
I
key
forgot
points.
Yeah.
He flurry of blowed.
I forgot. I really did forget that you guys had him Nova like last session.
We don't know what the hell this is. We just said fuck it, kill it.
One
Alright.
creature level 17,
So-
Nova time.
It's time to
So
kill it.
it's
It also automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. And attack rolls have advantage. It does not auto crit.
okay. Cool. So yeah. So you said a 13, and that's your higher of the two.
I
Rolls?
didn't roll my second one yet. That's just my first roll for
Well,
Okay,
roll the
I
second
remember.
one.
Auto crit is on unconscious.
Wait, what am
Yeah,
I rolling the second
unconscious.
roll for? Is that my damage roll?
No, you're
No,
D20.
you gotta-
You have advantage.
Oh. Oh, I have advantage, so I can roll my second roll. I forgot. Duh.
It's stunned.
Okay, so my
Yeah,
second
any attack
roll
hits the creature is any attack that hits a creature is
My
critical
second
hit.
roll is
the attacker is
8.
in 5
My
feet.
second
Yeah.
roll is 8, so for 13 is higher of the two for sure.
Neither of those hit.
Oh crap.
What did you roll, by the way, on those?
Freaking 3 and 8 plus my.
I mean, like the
modifier, so
total. Like, what was your total? I wasn't sure.
13.
13 and
13 and 8
okay.
were my totals. Okay, so I could.
So it's not
swing
13.
again, I believe I have 2 attacks, so I might as well swing again. So,
And I missed on a
It's
16, I think, as well.
all right, let's see.
I missed on a 15.
Missed on a 15. Okay.
That was my first firebolt.
That's 15.
Roll your dice again just to make sure.
Yep. Okay. 22 on second roll.
All right. So that attack does hit.
Okay, now to roll the d6. How many d6 do I roll for this? Because I did a thing. I don't remember.
I can't remember. I don't have
I
your
think it- for-
character
I'm
sheet
just
up in
gonna-
front of me.
I'm just gonna guess it's 1d6 for now, and then we'll figure it out later.
To the character sheet.
And it's plus so many damage because of my strength
Melee.
modifier, I believe.
Yeah,
because it's
Yeah.
Since it's melee, it's physical strength.
Okay, so plus strength, so it's 7. So,
Okay,
yeah,
as
2 plus
you
5, yeah.
as you swing at the blood beast, your claws just pass through it, same as the bullets.
Yikes.
Holy crap, dude.
And
Non-magical
that attack-
attacks, period,
Wait, what?
Oh wait,
would be my guess. He's basically immune to anything that's non-magical attacks.
oh no
That's-
no no, my claws count as magical in my sheet.
What
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
but they're-
damage type?
Never mind then. I guess it is just
It's-
a damage type thing.
It is slashing.
Slashing,
Oh,
piercing, and radiant. I hit it with bludgeoning,
Damn.
and I don't think I had any problems.
Yeah,
And
I believe
Alexander
yeah,
also
this
hit it with
counts as
bludgeoning.
slashing.
Damn, it is just.
Oh, boy.
It's immune to piercing as well?
Put up the dukes,
Yeah,
everybody.
that was my shot.
Wow, so even if I bit it, it wouldn't do anything.
Quarter this kid, start punching him.
Christ.
Take his lunch money.
And the fire damage also did damage to it.
Skipping Geralt
Can
over
I,
because it's a slow
can I
start.
bonus action?
You might move
use
out of the
my,
way in case somebody wants to hit it.
Can I
Who,
bonus
me?
action use
Him?
my beam? Yeah, me. He's talking
Him.
about. I still
Yeah,
have a little bit of
I mean,
mirror,
after
I
he's
I was like,
done.
I want to hit it.
I won't do
Can
it.
your
Okay.
beam be used as a bonus action? I thought it had to be used
Um,
as an action.
Does it? Let me see. Let me look at
Didn't
my
you use? I think you said you used your bonus.
You used
action
2
to rage
attacks.
turn.
Yeah, you already used your bonus action
Yeah,
to
I
rage,
already
so
used. Yeah, and I did use bonus action rage. Okay, yeah. So no, I'm just gonna move backwards to give people room. Then I don't have any further actions I can.
Oh
make.
lord, he raging.
Actually, I should be back in the doorway in case it tries to go for dark green. I'm gonna sit back over there.
I will say, since you're going back in after attacking it and trying, and as you go in to see Dot Green, you see she is getting in her wheelchair and making her way towards the door. And as she makes her way up to you, she just looks at you and kindly says, "I have an idea. Would you mind stepping out of the way?"
Honestly,
That scientist
wouldn't
for get the
recommend
fuck
it.
out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be
that's
polite.
great.
All right. Well, then
He like
as you
puts
do
his
that,
hands in the air and steps aside.
as you do that, we will put her up to the door, and I'm pretty sure she may. Yeah, she rolled just shy of Alex's initiative, so she will be moving very soon within the initiative. Give me one moment.
See, I say scientist, but I should say specifically MD. Most scientists, not really, but MDs. That's the politest way of saying get the fuck out of my way.
Wait. I did my math wrong. That is a 23. Yeah. So.
Oh, perfect.
Even crippled, that bitch can move.
That's right.
Well, I was about to say she's in like a wheelchair, so she's wheeling by, and she wheeled up to stone and said, "Get the fuck out of my way."
She says, "Get the fuck out of my way," and a "get the fuck out of my way" wheelchair. That was almost a tongue twister, by the way. That close.
As she moves up to the door, we will move on to Seraphim.
Yes.
What do you
Let's
do?
have it, buddy. What do you got?
I have been waiting for this turn. Fucking Seraphim. I'm gonna bust out the fuck. He's got all his guns for this encounter, but he's busting out that fucking AMR that I have not used at all. Just polished, waiting for the day. So Seraphim takes out his AMR and just like fucking holds it right up to this thing's chest. He's like, I haven't got to shoot this thing yet, and fucking goes ham.
So I started blasting.
Okay, so since this thing is immune to radiant damage, and we know this does do radiant damage, Serena, will you give me a dex save since you're right behind it?
I wrote it
save?
does force. I think we changed it. I think we wrote it does force.
Does it only do force? I thought it did radiant and forced. If it only does forced, I will zip
I think
my
we still.
lips.
I wrote force in my notes.
Okay, we may have changed
Long
it to
while back.
force.
And then adds like I can use a charge to add an extra D8. And it has 5 charges.
Okay. If it's gonna do force damage, I'll go ahead and admit you won't roll. Don't worry about that. Oh, you already rolled it. What is it?
Change their name to
I haven't-
Microsoft
I have-
PowerPoint in Steam. Somebody made their profile the Microsoft PowerPoint symbol, and their name is Microsoft PowerPoint. It's Steam. I don't know who it is, but it just popped up, and it just absolutely disrupted everything in my head. I'm so sorry. I had to share with the class because that was jarring. Microsoft PowerPoint is now playing Marvel Rivals.
I was really
I've had
confused by
somebody
that.
like that in my
I saw one where it said Word was playing Helldivers 2 one day.
Anyways, disruption.
Anyways, don't worry about your deck save. Go ahead and make your gun roll.
I'll make an imaginary dex save. I'll think about it in my head.
And use my feet. Reroll that 10. Okay, so I got a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and it's the first attack. I gain, and it's got advantage. So this first attack gets the sneak attack roll. So give me a second. I'm just gonna use Albert for this. 2d6 plus this is a 2d10. 5. And I'm going to. Do I have to say before or after I roll to whether I can use a charge on the gun?
You would have to say before.
That's fine. Okay, so I'll roll my first attack. 21.
21 force damage.
21 force damage.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So that is 64 damage.
It bleeds.
It bleeds.
I was about to say, if
In a
I could
manner of
not make
speaking.
this thing immune to force damage, it would be God.
Okay.
Everything is
so
hurt by force damage.
Here's my fucking next turn. This next turn, I'm going to make it a violent shot.
What
I'm
gun
going
is
to
this, by the
use
way?
His
my
AMR.
laser AMR.
Your AMR? Interesting.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
Interesting.
Okay, so I'm using 2 grit points to make this a violent shot. So that uses 2 additional dice. That's 2 extra to D10s, and I'm going to use a charge from the gun. Write that down separately.
Mr. Wickham declined any interest in the church as a career. Requested and was
So that'll be an
granted
extra
some
fucking
£50,000.
D8. Now let me roll. See if I crit.
Expressed intention ready in the room.
9. I'm gonna
wish
roll
that
7.
Kyle, you got a little bit of background bleed going on.
I know. That's my dice tower. There ain't nothing I can do about
No,
that.
not you, Kyle.
I
That's it,
can't
Kyle.
fix that
I was
on
just-
my
I was just
mic.
telling you, I didn't know if you
don't
had
know
anything.
how. It's Lizzie watching TV. She's
Oh, you're
watching
good.
Pride and Prejudice.
I was just saying I didn't know if you if you had anything you could try to adjust, but I'm not bothered by it. I was just telling you.
Lizzie just turned it off.
I just heard it and I was like, I heard it and I was like, I thought I'd say something. I don't know if you could jiggle anything. I've got multiple things, but not everybody does.
I don't know how to fix that on mine.
You wouldn't without a noise gate. So like running your mic through a mixer or something to put a noise gate on it. There's not really anything you can do about it. That's why I said I'm not really worried about it. It's just I thought I'd mention it. I was thinking like maybe she's got it like really loud or something. I don't know. Because I too listen to the TV loud as fuck. Also the radio. Also my headphones. Literally everything on like almost max volume. I'm a degenerate.
I rolled a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
34 damage.
Yeah, just 34.
How do you kill the blood beast?
I fucking, like I said, Seraphim just like, I haven't got to shoot this fucking thing yet, and he just pulls, it just says, Serena, get down, and aims it right at where a heart would be, and just fucking blasts.
Like Daredevil, jump in the air, side roll, flip, jump bullshit. To like
The blood
here.
beast explodes all over you, all over everybody in the vicinity. Will everybody give me a...
Does it explode on me since I'm in the doorway,
you
kind of? on the other
and
side
Doc,
of it?
you, Doc Green, and I think Alex are the only ones that are. Well, it would
Yeah,
be
you were
Seraphim,
out of
Serena,
angle.
and
For sure, because there's a wall there.
Boom. I feel like Alex is far enough away. I'll say that
I
Seraphim,
am standing right in
Maxon-
front of it, and taking
Yeah,
like
Seraphim
the
and
brunt of the
Serena.
explosion.
Seraphim, Serena, and Maxon. Give me a dex save.
Oh shit! Dice off the desk, re-rolling.
Yep, I'll roll too.
Save.
Character sheet on the other screen. Dex save is a 15 total.
All right, that's what I get for killing the monster. I rolled a 1, so that's a 9.
I rolled a 13, but I have a +7 to saving throw. So
And
Okay.
plus, they
So
didn't help me none.
Maxon is good. What did Serena get?
15.
15. Serena is also good.
this is fitting.
Everybody but Seraphim. As the explosion happens, you're all able to avert your gaze, but Seraphim, you didn't really time what you were saying. As you were saying what you were saying to the monster, you said, "I haven't shot this thing all day," and about as you had your mouth open, you pulled the trigger, and blood and viscera shoots onto your face and into your mouth.
I knew it. I was about to ask, does it get in his mouth? Yes!
Oh, that is awful.
Virus!
And
Infection!
but the rest of it that doesn't get on and in Seraphim goes all over the walls and on the floor, and it just looks like a big
Also,
pile of blood
by the
just
way-
exploded.
The ones that succeeded, despite succeeding, we still get splattered with blood though, right?
Yes, you do not have to worry about potential contagion.
Good.
Whereas
You didn't get any in your mouth.
This is perfect. Okay, I'm going to calm the music
And the blood beast is
and bring back in some
Whoops. The blood beast
engine
is
noise.
dead. Combat ends.
just in case you don't hear me for a minute, there's actually a firmware update that's supposed to help save the settings for the volume thing and soundboard for my headset,
Volume
so
thing.
I might go quiet for a while.
Okay. Well,
Do we remember
What does
the weather off
everybody
the top
do
of our
now?
head? I actually forget. Was it? I think it was just radiation level 2, wasn't it?
There's currently a storm outside, but Rigel is sitting on top of the HAB unit, so directly outside the HAB unit is perfectly safe.
Okay, so it wasn't radiation, it was just rain, right?
There's not even rain anymore. It's like with
Perfect. Wonderful.
like in like I'll say a 100-foot circle around the HAB unit,
Interesting.
which isn't really much. Like with the HAB unit itself, that's like 30 feet around the HAB unit is perfectly safe. No radiation, no rain. It's like a sunshiny day. He seems to be pushing the clouds away in a circle around the HAB unit.
Interesting. Okay.
So first things first, I want to ask, what does Seraphim do?
I'm gonna get rid of the triangle, by the way. It's screen clutter to my eyeballs.
Yeah, no worries. I'll say you swallowed a lot of blood.
Oh God.
It's in your lungs. It definitely went. You definitely swallowed it. Like it's in your eyes. You can't see. It's up your nose.
As that thing explodes, I'm out. Bye. I head back down to the hangar to continue my constructions. I just kind of like push past people and just walk out.
Eyes closed, but like now his eyes closed and now his mouth's closed, but he's just like it's still
You gotta
like
clean up before you do anything else.
And yeah, he's just
As you wipe your eyes, you clear your vision to see Doc Green standing in front of you, pointing to the med bay and just saying, "Pod now."
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yes, immediately. Make a con save.
Ooh. 19.
You feel alright, but something's definitely wrong. Because you are still able to move, but something feels off. Something feels wrong in your stomach.
I want to get in the pod. I do want to get in the pod, but don't forget. Don't forget. There's some other ones that might not want to get in the pod just in case something goes wrong.
As you say that, she wheels a little bit closer and she puts a hand on your arm and just says, "I can assure all of you that it will be okay. Please get into the pod so I do not have to sterilize you in a more brutal manner."
She gives me Scarecrow vibes a little bit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's just gonna like right in his face. It's like
I will
grabbed by
say
the back
for
of his
anybody,
neck.
for anybody that didn't catch it, when she was in the healing pod, she did have mutant marks, so she was definitely part of the Elven army during the war.
Interesting.
I'm gonna put my hand on the back of Maxon and cast Cure Wounds, real quick.
Okay, go ahead and roll that up, and we'll have Seraphim and Doc Green begin preparations for their medical things. What are... Hammer is still sitting on the... He's still laying on the ground.
The instant I hit his back, I immediately reached down to pick Hammer up to take him into the medical bay.
And you still have expeditious retreat for the sake of getting in there quickly. By the way, it's still within the 60 seconds.
I didn't mention Hammer's condition. His throat was slit, but the nanites were holding it closed. They didn't heal the wound, they were just keeping blood from coming out. And seeming to keep him at least stable.
Then I would have immediately cast Cure Wounds again on him.
Okay.
And that's 12 health. And
Okay.
if that doesn't look like it did enough, I would have done it again because I had the spell slots.
I was about to say you close the wound on his neck, and he opens his eyes. He still looks awful, but and he seems to not be able to talk. But your healing spell seems to have at least closed his windpipe so he can breathe again. And he looks at you and nods, and then he places a finger over the implant behind his ear, and through the intercoms, you hear his voice, but not his voice, say, "Gonna take some time in the pod. Thanks for getting me back on my feet." And then he just
Not a problem.
silently walks into here and begins prepping himself for the healing pod. And as he does, Stone and Seraphim, you see that he disattaches his metal arms before going into the healing pod.
I see.
That answers that question, Colton.
I forgot what question.
It would be a bad idea for me to go in there. Because I have, as I've discussed before, the arm detaches, but I have the surgical piece. It comes off on an operating table, and that's it. Because that's the part that's just attached to me. Anyways, yep.
Yes, but yours is more advanced and might be more durable and resistant against what's in the pod. You have a different material than what his is made out of.
Yeah, his is nanites, mine is advanced
Yours is
technology,
solid.
but it's like adjacent rather than being like, I don't know, because I don't know where the nanites are. It's not stuff that I have access to, but it's definitely an adjacent technology to what we have out into space.
Yeah.
That is definitely on my radar of like interesting things. 'Cause everything else here on Ermos has been at a certain point of technology, somewhat advanced in some cases, and somewhat not. In Hammer's case, he's on par with some things outside of this planet.
I was about to say, yeah, no. Honestly, Hammer probably feel like you probably saw Hammer and like saw his level of like advancement and stuff. Where you were like a breath of fresh air, like finally.
Yeah, it's like you know, like somebody works on like a shipping freighter or something. Hey, that guy's got metal arms. Like that's like every other guy. What do you mean?
All right. So what are Maxon and Raziel going to do now that the fighting is over? Alex is he's just kind of scanning the area where the thing exploded.
Well, ain't that a question? I don't remember what we were doing before that all went to shit. Because honestly, I feel like shit too. I'd probably stumble in there just to lay down on the closest bed.
Okay. Yeah. Just go lay down and rest on one of the cots then. No problem there.
Just to
Right,
relax and try and cool off and rest.
As you're walking by, Alex pats you on the back with his hand. Good fight.
By the way, I probably would have used my bots to cast both of those spells, which would have increased the die I rolled to a 2d8 instead of 1d8. Is that okay to heal them?
Yeah, go for it.
Random thought
What
as
does
I
that
was
say?
moving my bot. That's
yeah,
a
hammer is-
+4 to Maxon, and a +4 to Hammer as well.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Hammer will still need to chill in the
Oh yeah.
tube, but yeah.
What was that?
What was that?
I'm not sure.
I was doing something with the Kenku and it like was being weird. I fixed it. We're good.
Alright, so Maxon, what are you doing now that it's kind of calmed down on the HAB unit?
I'm gonna go out. Can I go outside?
Yeah, you can. Are you going out somewhere outside specifically, or you're just outside?
It's outside.
Yeah, we'll say that the HAB has stopped moving for today, and you guys have been sitting still in an area. So yeah, if you want to place yourself just somewhere on the first floor outside, you can. Are you doing anything specific, or just going outside?
Just going
It's
outside.
fresher.
Listen.
Okay. As you go outside, you hear the low hum of Rigel as it sits above the hab unit and just kind of looks. It almost looks like it's looking in every direction. The wheels that have the eye engravings on them just seem to kind of constantly move, looking at every angle. As you walk outside, it locks onto you for a second, but then it kind of just goes back to doing what it's doing. And we'll have Alex. Alex is just going to wander. He'll show back up in a second. Okay, so we had already moved for the day, correct?
That I do not remember. I think so.
I think so as well. So
Yeah,
we will
look at
just
that.
go ahead and.
I think we did.
moved. Because we were right here, and so you guys moved there.
I think
Tell
we
me if
did.
you can hear anything, Jackson.
Hear what?
Anything aside from me.
Say so far
I
I've
can
only
hear
heard
you.
you.
My headset updated, and I turned on a setting in my headset,
Nice.
and Lizzie's turning the TV back on. Oh,
I don't hear
I
anything.
can't hear it.
we're good.
So what does everybody want to do as, let's say that happened, I didn't really have a specific time, sometime around like 10, 11, it was kind of early in the day, but almost
Yeah,
near
because
noon.
we had started the day, and then everybody was just kind of doing tasks. I was doing like foundry work, starting on like my project, and then yeah. So I think it was like the first half of the day, if I remember right.
Well, as we roll into afternoon and evening, what is
before-
everybody?
Let's see. Before Seraphim got put in the pod, he was gonna whisper to Doc Green. Before that fight broke out, Serena, she's slipping, and Alexander has something that can help her. We're gonna have to deal with that. I didn't expect to be put out of commission.
Do
Just be
not
wary.
worry. Alex has already spoken to me about the matter, and we are currently working on it. When I do have a task for that requires you, but I will let you know when I need you to perform it.
Hopefully soon. I don't want to be cooped up in here for that long.
We will have you out by morning tomorrow. I just want to flush your system, give you a round of antibiotics, kill anything that might still be there. She says as she pats you on the shoulder kind of firmly.
Okay, trust the doctor. And he starts putting the stuff he needs to on himself.
As you look over, you see that Hammer's already in the pod, and it starts to fill up, and he just kind of looks over and nods at you.
Seraphim nods back.
And then, yeah, you are good to go into the pod, and yeah, you are going to be out for the night because you are in quarantine.
Funny, I took no damage, yet I'm in the pod.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a little biocontamination. What's wrong with that?
If we're doing the 1 hour long rest, I probably would have laid here long enough to rest up.
No, yeah, I was about to say, everybody's going to get a long rest, and then, like, whatever you've been doing along with, like, whatever little task you wanted to do before we swap to the next day.
I'll also share that my little episode on the third floor, where that happened, and where there may be blood to clean up on the floor, and I think I got hit again on the first floor. There is 2 definitive spots where, once cleaned up, I'll say it first. Somebody's blood is like an orange color, and secondly, when you clean it up, the floor is like cleaner than it's been in a while. You're peeling a layer off the outside of off the floor whenever you clean that up.
You realize now.
blood for my gun? I need to wax that real quick.
You
So those
realize
are also
now,
the 2
Serena,
places that I've been.
That may be a reason that you weren't infected. as well as you, Raziel, you believe
Interesting.
that the radiation moving through your body probably killed any organism that might have come through.
It just metabolized the fucking virus.
I was about to say, yeah, no, yours, it was like dipping it in battery acid. Like, that thing didn't stand a chance.
It's like North Korea trying to invade the Death Star. We made a mistake. We shouldn't have come here.
Okay,
Well, while
but yeah,
I
so what
wasn't one of
is-
the ones that rolled, I technically agree with you.
No, I meant like when you got attacked earlier, when it like shredded you with its claws.
Are you talking about the sneak attacks? Like when it caught us in the hallways and stuff?
Got you.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
my
yeah,
two
that
blood
explosion?
spots is what I was saying. I was being kind of elusive, but
Maxon's just built different.
yeah, Maxon's just fucking built different. Quite literally, as Robert's described it.
That's true. Okay. I didn't realize it would have been. Yeah. Never mind.
No, yeah, you're all good. I was just explaining. I didn't want you to think I was just springing shit out. Alright, so what is everybody gonna do on their little, I don't know, wind down after a fight on board?
If they took a sample of that blood the instant I got up, I would have started immediately inspecting that with or without Doc Scream's help. Because that's some fucked up shit that I want to know what the hell it is.
Mess for
And I
an
would
hour
have made a
and
chemistry
then back to work
set
for
if
me.
I could.
I will say that as you go to take any samples, to your horror, you only seem to find samples of blood from you and the other people that were attacked. There doesn't seem to be any residue from this creature around.
Drank something, but it wasn't fucking blood. Jesus.
Well, if I saw the orange blood, I probably would have took a scoop of that just for the hell of it.
Well, there
Knowing
was
already
blood
where
when you
it came
got,
from.
there was blood when you guys killed it, but when you're
I
going
didn't
around and
collect
trying to
any.
clean up, you're not seeing any. Yeah.
I didn't collect any because I was feeling after those attacks. I was like, "Fuck it, I got to sit down. I got to rest." That's why I said if somebody took samples while they were cleaning it, I would have immediately got a hold of one of those samples. Is what I was saying. Because I didn't take any.
I'll say, Raziel, if that is what your character is going to do, you would see that some of the some of the automatons of hammers seem to be walking around cleaning up, and when you check with them, none of them have any samples of the creature. They only seem to have cleaned up blood from crew members, which is you all.
Yeah.
So it went somewhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Serena, what did you say you were doing?
Mess hall for an hour, eating to short rest, and then back to work.
Okay.
And I'll just I've got 3 out. I'll do 3 hit dice just for the sake of the rest of the day, in case anything happens. I don't know.
We're not doing any more encounters, so we'll say that as you go to the mess hall, you stop, you get some rations. You come back and you see Alex is he seems to just be sitting and watching a specific part of the holotape that was being played. It's just it's his testimonial. He just seems to be sitting and watching, and he's not actually watching. More like he's staring at the paused image of a much younger Alex with dark hair, no wrinkles on his face and both arms, and no glowing eyes, no glowing marks. He just seems to be staring.
Just kind of step in, clock this. Save that for the anniversary day. Staring at it all of the time will disturb you and reduce your efficiency. I'm gonna go over to the food bots and grab my things and sit and eat alone.
He doesn't seem to say anything, but after you say that, he does turn it off and just kind of wander away. Okay. What is it you're working on again? Remind me.
I never actually said. Do you want to know?
Yes, you can message me privately if you need to.
All right. It's not like a huge secret. This is fun.
'Cause I may have you. Okay, yeah.
Somebody's already figured it out with minor hints. Hang on, let me find you. Why? Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, all the pipes are, there's little pipes and stuff like that. Getting bent, and then just like some copper stuff.
I'll
been
just
AFK for like a minute. So if I
I'll
miss
just leave you
anything,
to
know
it
what
then.
happened.
Since it's such menial labor, I won't have you make any rolls, but it will take you the rest of the day to kind of like finish at least the rough parts of it.
Yeah, that was
who's
my goal.
next?
Spend the day on it.
Stone, Maxon, is there anything specific that you want to do before we kind of transition into the next day?
Actually, Stone's probably just gonna read what he usually does.
What are you reading? Just for entertainment or just...
This time, he's taking a break. He'll read for some entertainment this time.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just
Like
some...
the average book.
And then, Maxon, are you doing anything specific outside?
I am just stretching my legs a little, walking around.
It feels nice outside.
Yeah.
That's a sentence for this planet.
No, that's what I was gonna
That is
say.
indeed.
As someone who is new to this planet, this is the best it's felt outside. This is nice. Like you could kick up a lawn chair and have a beer in this weather.
Huh.
But okay. We will transition to the next day.
Termite whiskey.
Oh, exactly.
Not finding anything with them, I probably would have gone to like the terminal, the information terminal in the hab, and just looked through to see if there was any records of the thing that we fought. Just
None whatsoever.
Just to pass time. That would have been about all the other thing I would have done.
You would have found information on slimes, on water elementals, but nothing about living blood.
Okay.
Okay. As we transition into the next day, I'm not gonna have you guys roll for weather because you have Rigel. And he's
Don't forget
kind
your
of
long rest,
dictating the
boys.
weather. Yeah, go ahead and long rest.
Do I take those HP back? Is it a permanent change?
No, it was gonna be for an hour, but then
Oh,
you know,
only
Seraphim
an hour.
shot in the
Okay.
face.
Interesting. A lot of them are
Shot in
until long rest. I didn't know there were any that had
This
1 hour effect. That's cool.
This one might be till long rest, but I don't care. Whatever it is, you
I
guys
was
got
just
past
curious.
it.
Because a lot of them are till long rest, and then in some very, very rare cases, there are creatures that can like permanently reduce shit. But I think that's more 3.5. I don't think that's 5e. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. I think this one is still long rest, but whatever the case, you're good now.
Either way, we long rested.
Yeah, I was about to say you survived.
Did my gun recharge, or do I have to like stick it in the sun?
There's sun
I'll say,
outside.
I was about to say with Rigel around, don't even worry about it. It's charged.
Plenty of sun to go around.
You have a solar
Very often,
elemental
though.
on top of the pyramid.
Someone roll for encounter.
I think I
and then
did the
we'll
last
move
one.
into- Yes.
Is it D100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what
D100.
ended up putting us in that situation, that interesting day.
Roll the same number. Second blood beast.
What did you roll?
He rolled a 43, and I will tell you guys this: your roll summoned Rigel. It did not summon the Blood Beast fight. That was
We
coming
brought the
no matter
blood
what.
beast on board. It was coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
cool.
you guys let him on board, stuffed him in the med bay, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna show up like the next day. It's whenever you guys aren't looking at him in the med bay, he's gonna get out.
That's a handmade creation. All right, cool.
Well,
Handmade concoction just for you.
does my divine intervention work? I rolled a 7.
I don't think it matters.
I know it
A
does.
7?
It probably doesn't.
Yeah, I rolled a 7. That's the second low one for an encounter. I think we had a 2 one time.
All right.
Divine intervention.
I don't like that. Yeah, it's below my level. Damn it. By
Didn't I
one.
roll a 7? No, that was somebody else. That wasn't me. That was, I think, Robert rolled a 7. Oh, that wasn't me. I rolled like a 12 or something.
So how do we start the day off, gentlemen?
By the way, how far is the distance we're moving in this round? Is it still a quarter or a half or?
Move
I
it
don't
a
remember how much
half.
I did last.
I think it was back up to a half because of Ragel.
Yeah, Ragel is he's boosting your speed because it's easier to move without the storm, and he seems to be making the tab move a bit quicker. But yeah, who would like to start the day off? What is everybody doing?
Same as yesterday. Finishing
Go to
up
a
the Pulse Coil.
Okay.
I say that now because it's like at the end of the last day, and by now it's like very obvious what it is.
All right.
Tower with a big weird donut on top. Obviously, it's that.
As you finish assembling a few things, Alex is going to walk up once again and just kind of watch you as you begin assembling. I have a question for you, Seraphim. Do you take your medicine?
I'm in a pod.
Oh, you're right. What's going on in your head right now, then?
I'm stepping away
Probably
for a few minutes. Give me like 30 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. What's going on in your head right now, Seraphim? Honestly, this is probably the calmest you've ever felt.
I think, fuck, this is the calmest we ever felt. Muscles are relaxed. This is, Seraphim's just in his head, just, I need to get out of here. I've got things I've got to prepare, things to learn. Oh, why did I have to, why can't I dodge? Why did I open my stupid fucking mouth? And fucking
Literally.
Seraphim is talking to himself, literally, and so he's just. Sometimes you have to make your presence known. It's the only way to garner attention. I didn't want to garner attention. I wanted to fucking get this over with. We need to help Serena. In due time. There was nothing you could have done about that.
You know what your problem is, kid?
Fucking the two Seraphims look back.
And you see Reese Crane. You got too much of me swimming around in that head of yours. Makes you cocky. Makes you smart, though, so can't complain too much.
Do me a favor and shut up. Kid. Hold your breath and kill yourself. We're here. We're gonna do it now. What? You heard me. Fuck, what? Fuck, what? What do you... We got...
Hold on.
The Seraphims are both freaking out now.
As that happens, Reese walks up to both of them and places a hand on both of their heads and just kind of holds them steady and just looks at them. All in due time, boys. All in due time. And then he slams your heads together, and as he does that, you wake up to Doc Green draining the fluid out of the pod.
That was two of the ones he slammed their head. There's always a third. Gotta look out for the musketeers. Am I right? And
Give me a personality roll. I want to see who. Yeah, we need to see who takes the wheel as Doc Green wakes you up. Well, actually, with you being in the pod, we'll take it as though you've had a dose of your medicine. I feel like Doc Green would have flooded the chamber with that anyhow. So yeah, Roll 2, pick the one you want.
Damn, it is 4 and 3. So, normality. Just opens his eyes and just like starts banging on the fucking chamber. Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
It opens almost. It opens and the cords and tubing and things that are attached to you just kind of remove themselves and kind of pull back into the pod.
Fucking Seraphim just crawling out.
Good morning. How are you feeling?
I told myself to end it.
Ah, good. It's glad to hear. Glad to hear. She's like on her data pad. She seems to be punching in numbers. If you need me for anything else, let me know. And she just kind of wheels out into her office. You notice that Hammer is gone. But yeah, you are free to go. Who is next?
Can I go or?
Yeah, you're good. What is Maxon doing this morning?
Just want to say that I'm just walking about in the hallways on the where's on the first floor, I'll say.
Okay. As you're walking in the hallways, you can see. We'll place you just right at the. Yeah, just place yourself like right about here. You could see Alex. Oh, that was weird. What's not?
Sorry, I had to go real quick. Did I miss anything?
You missed Doc
Oh, it's because
saying you're fine to Seraphim and then leaving the room, even though he said the voices in my head said to kill myself.
Yeah, that's it.
Doc Green is doing ableism.
I heard the voice in my head part. I heard him
There you
talking
go.
to himself. That was
She hit me with the "that's nice, dear." Fucking wheeled her ass out.
Have you tried smiling?
Have you tried smiling? You'd look better if you smiled.
You should
You
smile
look
more.
tired.
Wearing a smile keeps you from being naked.
Oh God.
All right, but yeah. So yeah, what is Maxon doing currently?
I'll also say that Maxon, if he walks through that hallway, like where like the opening opens up into the hangar, you'll definitely see the big ass. It's not big. It's like a medium-sized Tesla coil. It's probably 10 feet tall.
Yeah, I was about to say you're seeing that being assembled, and Alex is standing behind, watching.
I'm gonna look over and see. I'm gonna run over here.
Here, hold on. Okay, you're just gonna move. Okay. Is there anything you say, or are you just walking up and observing?
What are you guys up to?
She doesn't respond. She just keeps working.
Alex just shrugs and points and just keeps watching.
He just takes a breath in and he goes, "Just don't burn this place down." And then now he's gonna go get something to eat. Could I would there be somebody here or?
Bots.
There is an automaton. As you walk up, it looks at you, and from its blank, expressionless, flat face, you just hear, "How can I help you?"
People sometimes misunderstand.
Just give me something to eat, please.
Any dietary restrictions?
No.
The bot walks away and comes back with a plate of what seems to be some kind of cooked beast. Rice and plain water.
I guess this will have to do.
Sending text messages back and forth to herself. She used his telephone to text.
Joke's on you. The blood beast escaped into the food after all.
I'm gonna have a little seed right here.
It is cooked
Okay.
beast. A nice tapioca.
Okay.
Company had a record of every single text she sent.
Is Stone doing anything specific?
He's probably sleeping because he probably stayed up all night reading.
Okay.
He's just that kind of individual.
I told her that the game was over. I told her that we knew
Okay. So, after a little bit of time moving, let me check where you guys are on the map. Alright, yeah. About halfway through before you guys are gonna like set up camp to stop for the day, you see the wreckage of what seems to be a small mining crew. A few turned over trucks, some empty trailers, and a few corpses. And as you're about halfway past, you see that one of the corpses begins to start slowly crawling towards the hab unit.
Clearly dead or possibly alive.
To anybody that is currently observing them, if you happen to have moved to the observation deck, you can make a perception check. But those that don't, Hammer does receive a comm message requesting aid, and they give a service number and a name.
If I heard that, I would immediately have headed out to try and help. Wearily,
Okay.
with weapons ready, but I would have went.
Seraphim would have gone to the roof to get some fresh air and would look over and see that.
Okay.
Feel calm and
Who all-
regale present.
Who all is gonna go
Anybody
help?
willing to join? I would have asked over the radio as I'm heading down from the med bay, or from where I was at.
I can see from just fine up here.
I'm gonna go
Something
help.
goes wrong.
All right.
Yours.
Yes.
Do you have the track that was playing before this one?
The last one, it was a bit obnoxious, but I will turn it on for you if you like.
The one that was just like the ambience.
Oh, are you talking about this?
Yeah, that one.
Since you guys are going outside, I'm gonna turn on the other engine noise. There you
As
go.
we pull up to a stop next to the wreckage, Alex is also going to come with you.
I was only asking because like no, I mean like do you have like the actual like the link for that or not?
What? Oh no, I know it's a sound pad. It's like a whole thing. The specific sound effect, I can tell you which one it is, but as far as like giving you the sound pad, I'm gonna try this, but I don't know if this will work. It may not work because through Kenku, tabletop sound is a little touchy. Where are you at? My brain is failing me. There you are. Oh my god.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah. So as you guys go over to the wreckage, you see 4 trucks, 2 trailers, and 3 dead people. And one, I'll choose this one. One, and the person that was hurt that you assume called it in because they are slowly crawling towards you. But this is the wreckage of the convoy itself.
May I make the perception check since I am probably looking through the scope of the roof?
Yeah, go for it.
One.
This is definitely rated. You're not really sure by what, but you notice that the ore is spilled out all over the place and it hasn't really taken. But you do notice that it doesn't have any slag attached to it, which is odd for being this close to the waste. It would still be kind of like unrefined. It would have like ore, bits of sediment, and slag attached to it. And you notice that the dead bodies look pretty mutilated.
How does the person crawling look?
Tore up.
Person crawling.
They've been exposed to some radiation, but they're definitely an alive human being trying to save their life. And you definitely assume they've been getting exposed to some radiation for a bit.
Okay, so this first things first. Person is alive for sure, confirmed. Not a cut open monster hiding in disguise. So they should be fine. And the rest of the raid is weird. The rest of this convoy has been raided for sure, but don't know why. I can tell you that ore looks it's off.
Okay, who approaches first?
Well, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna take my little fighter off of my shoulder, and I'm gonna send him forward. And I'm gonna tell everybody else I'm gonna look through his eyes while I'm moving forward, just to be on the safe side. And I'm going to have him go forward and have a look at this individual crawling towards us. How do they look while up close through the eyes of my little robot? Do I need to make a perception or a medical check of any kind?
Let me make a quick roll real quick. As you walk up to it, they look to you, and you look into their foggy hazmat face mask, and you see the face of an older human man, and he says something to you, and you can't hear any audio, but it almost looks like he's mouthing help. And then you just see as he violently spits blood up on the mask, and then his head falls down to the ground.
If he's just basically lost the last of his health, I'll use Spare the Dying through, or hell, fuck it. I'll just use Cure Wounds through my robot.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
He was suffering from. It looks like they're suffering from radiation poisoning. If that helps, it's clearly it's obvious.
17 points of health.
Okay. You see him lift his head, but he is still
Start coming
coughing up
towards
blood.
them. I stop looking through the eyes of my robot and I say, he looks like shit. I just cured him a little bit, but we need to get up there to him. And I'll start heading up there.
Okay.
Carefully.
Alex will move up with you. Is Maxon going to stay up there with him, or does he want to investigate the wreckage?
I'm gonna go to the wreckage.
Okay. What are you checking specifically, or do you just want to do a broad investigation?
I'm gonna do an investigation.
Okay. Roll plus investigation.
Oh, 19.
Damn.
Okay.
Very nice.
So 21.
As you look around, you see that the bodies here, they've definitely been torn apart by something vaguely humanoid. There are bites, claw marks. A disassembled arm here, a ripped off leg there. They even seem to have bites taken out like they were partly cannibalized. And then you look at the ore, and you see that it looks like it has been toppled over, ransacked, and looked through. But all of the ore is still here. There's still quite a bit of iron, or like just assorted metal here. Unrefined, but it seems that the slag has also, you notice that the slag has been removed. Looks like the wheels on the caravan itself were slashed by some sort of improvised, like, calthrop razor wire. You assume that they were trapped. Something disabled their convoy here, and whoever attacked this convoy attacked them while they got out to make repairs.
How's it looking, Maxon?
Well, judging by how badly this place is damaged before, I would have guessed that whatever it is that attacked them must have taken him by surprise. They must have taken damage and stopped for repairs, and then that's when whatever it was decided to make its move. He says as he's taking a look at a few of the corpses.
I will say, you see human footprints, a lot of them. Barefoot, mainly. But you don't know what it was.
Stop it and just break it.
But it was a lot of vaguely humanoid creatures.
Can you tell what attacked him? So we can keep an eye out.
Yeah, there was
Does it
definitely
look
more than
familiar
one.
to me? Does any of that look familiar to me if I'm seeing any of it? Because the first thing that goes through my head when you say vaguely humanoid and barefoot would be Slagborn.
Raziel, you know that this was a Slagborn horde attack. You know that they set up traps in the wasteland to try and catch people, and they eat what they want of the people, and usually eat the slag. That's the big thing. You see that there is ore with the slag removed, and you know that this was a Slagborn horde.
Slagborn attacked this group. Crap. We got to get him inside. There's no telling if they're still nearby, even if this light may have scared him a bit.
Fuck yeah, hurry, get him inside. That. Fuck.
Maxon, as you finish up your investigation, you're noticing now that you're knowing that this was an organized group, you're looking at the placement of the bodies, you're looking at the placement of the trucks and trailers and everything. Make a perception check for me.
Shit. I would have said that over the intercom, by the way, that this was a Slagborn attack.
Let's see what my lucky dice decides to give me today. Okay, 16 plus perception, 17, 18, 19.
You freeze, Because you are surrounded by tripwires.
And I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. Everybody stop!
Raziel, you also need to make a perception check for me.
What was my perception again? I know it sucks. Perception. I got 15.
You also realize that the man you currently are healing and trying to pick up has bombs attached to him that seem to have tripwires wired to the ground, leading back to where Maxon is standing. You haven't disturbed them yet, but if you move him anymore, whatever has been wired is probably going to go off.
This whole place is
Being, I would have said the same exact thing. This whole place is rigged. This guy's got bombs on him. Is there any way, being an artificer in any kind of role, I would need to roll to deactivate this shit?
You could defuse
what I can
it,
within
but
hand.
you would have to make a tinker check, but it would only be to detach this specific individual. You would have to go by.
That
you
was
would
my
have to
plan,
find
is to get him detached.
Oh yeah,
first.
You would have to make you would have to make a tinker check.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, I have advantage because of my right tool for the job.
You would need thieves tools.
I have thieves
Probably.
tools.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right
that's what
tool
I
for
meant.
the
A
job.
thieves tool. Yeah.
Learn how to produce exactly the tool you need with thieves tools and artisan tools in hand. I have a set of thieves tools. Gives me advantage on when I'm using them. Okay.
Alright, that's good.
So
Yeah, just give us some rolls.
Can I make
thieves
another
tools is plus
perception
dex,
roll?
isn't it?
I think
Sure,
it is.
yeah.
I think it should
What
be.
for specifically?
Oh, my perception roll?
Mhm.
I'm scoping around to see if I can see any slagborn at all around in the area.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and roll.
I got 21 on my thing because I'm with me.
Let me know when you want my roll.
You got a 21 on your tinker check?
Yes.
You successfully free the injured man, but Maxon is still surrounded by bombs.
Maxon,
well,
don't move.
he's surrounded by tripwires. You don't know if it's bombs.
I got this particular set deactivated. I can work my way towards you.
I will
Alexander,
say,
could you get this old man out of the way?
as you deactivate whatever is attached to him, you see there weren't any bombs attached to him. He was meant to trigger. He was one of the triggers for the explosion. You were meant to lift him up and explode this, and what you can gather, kill and injure anyone that was looking at the wreckage currently. You see that Raziel, since you know Slagborn, being an intelligent one, having a lot of interactions with them,
yeah,
you know that they like setting traps. They like setting very malicious traps. As you're thinking about that, you're thinking that they're probably going to come check this trap any second. What was your perception roll, Seraphim?
26.
It almost looks like a small chunk of the wasteland is moving. As you see this giant, almost wave of sickly blue crest a hill about 10 miles away and just stop as it comes into eye shot with the hab. And as you zoom in and you look in, you see a bunch of people that look somewhat similar to Raziel. but they have no. Their eyes have been burned out, and it's just pure radioactive energy moving through the sockets. And they all seem to be looking at the hab with almost a hive mind-like intensity. As you see a small detachment break off and slowly begin moving towards the your location.
Does he mention that out loud?
I'm about to. If you give me, if you give me
I'm
a
just
second,
messing with you.
sorry. I'm trying to think of a way to word it. It's just yeah. Seraphim sees it just, fellas, they know.
I would have immediately hollered out.
Disarm whatever you need to. Disarm whatever you need to. Get inside. They're gonna be following us now. A small part of them. There's a lot of them, but a small part of them is gonna start following us now. I think that's inevitable.
Don't resist, Maxon. And I cast Vortex Warp on him to pull him out of those fucking traps.
Maxon just he just closes his eyes and just lets you pull him.
It's a 90-foot range. I pop him back as far as possible.
Remember, realistically, that's not gonna really. You gotta remember how durable he is. That's not gonna hurt him a whole lot. Probably very.
Yeah, but
little,
we might need you not dead or hurt.
As you teleport him away,
He was on a sensor, wasn't he?
yeah, I was about to say, you're really the only one that's close enough to where he was. Make a dex save.
Oh
Fuck.
no.
Plus the old man.
Well, yeah, the old man. I'll just go ahead and say the old man's probably not going to survive this.
Use him as a
that's why I
shield
did
if you have to.
I rolled a 16.
You rolled a 16.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I'm able to add my own little reaction thing to it, I would. But I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do it to myself, since you hadn't said whether I succeeded or not.
You do succeed, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
And you take 5 fire damage as your. Well, 5. Hold on, 5 fire damage and. So and 3 piercing as so many shrapnel bombs go off from this area.
5 fire damage and
Literally.
it's 6.
But you are knocked on your ass, Raziel, and the old man
Mince me.
He is filled with rusty nails, and his entire back is just singed from the explosion as he's dead.
Yeah. I would have
You take
the instant I was able to get back up, I would immediately started hauling ass.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That path I took to get there, because I didn't hit any traps before I got along that path.
All right. I'm assuming everybody makes their way back into the hab. Is there anything you do before going back in the hab, Maxon?
Oh wait, he stepped away for a second, didn't he?
Oh yeah, you did. I will use the power of DMing to move him back into the hab real quick.
Because God said so.
By the power of the DM.
Seraphim is gonna go back inside looking for Hammer.
Power of the DM.
As you come in, Hammer is in the comms room sending a message.
He goes into the door and just like knocks on the side. Just Hammer.
What do you need?
What's the longest you can go? Like, what's the longest you can drive this thing in one go?
We've used a bit of movement. We've used our allotted movement for the day, but I think I could push it to move us that same amount again, but it may cause some wear and tear on the unit. We need to move.
A small horde of the Slagborn are coming our way. They saw us. They're about 10 miles out.
Then we should indeed begin to move. And we will transition over to the world map. If you guys will move the puck again.
I think we're trying to go this way. Are we going this way first? Oh, we're going over here. Okay.
Yeah, it's,
Alright.
second pickup's up here.
Okay, well, you guys are out of the wasteland. As everyone is sitting in the HAB unit after making it through that ordeal, you all feel as it just lurches forward. And I'm going to make a roll real quick. The HAB is okay, but it's definitely going to need some repairs when we can stop. It is holding together, but you definitely hear the machinery creaking and some valves are going off. There's some pipes that are exploding here and there, but you are able to get away from the Slagborn horde. But they follow you right up until you get to the edge of the wasteland, and they stop right at the waste and watch as the HAB kind of moves over that boundary again in this little green area in between the wasteland and what seems to just be ash on this side with these giant dwarven tunnels.
That's a little bit of breathing room.
Okay, so what does everybody else have planned for the day?
After that, I probably would have started working on trying to attack. Well, wait, no, that's not gonna happen. Never mind. That's something different. I probably would have started doing repairs on the ship or on the HAB.
Okay,
helping out.
I'll say that's what you do for the day. What about everybody else? What is everybody else up to?
Seraphim's good with guns, not with a wrench. So he'll be in Doc Green's office, taking his classic notes.
Right. As you're in there taking notes, you see Doc Green seems to be fumbling and messing around with a strange device. She seems to be taking some measurements, looking at some crude schematics that you assume Alex has written up. And she also has, would Serena have taken any, well, I feel like if she would have been required to give at least some basic health information to Bunker A to be a frequent visitor.
Yeah.
So yeah, she would have, she has Serena's medical files, at least from Bunker A, pulled up, and she seems to just be doing taking some various notes, writing some things down.
Seraphim, since he's doing all this, may I ask what it is you're working on? If I can help in any way.
She holds up the small device and holds it out to Seraphim.
The Seraphim grabs it and looks at it.
You see that it is a small cylindrical object that almost looks like it's made out of brass, and it has what seems to be a port on the side and two spots where you put it up to your eyes. And they seem to be two glass screens, but they aren't showing anything, at least not immediately when you how do you inspect it? Do you just like look it over? Do you hold it up to your eyes?
Seraphim will use his brain for once and just look it over and not hold it up to his eyes.
As you look it over, you see it has what seems to be some alien glyphs, nothing you've ever seen before. What seem to be knobs and dials, and on the side, what appears to also be a welded-on universal Uramos adapter to make it interface with technology here on the planet.
Is this going to be used for what I think it's going to be used for?
I'm not sure what exactly it is, but from what I have had explained to me with my brief explanation I've received, is that this should help our friend and help her move past any traumas and conditioning.
Let me look over what you're looking at. I'll try to at least be a second set of eyes.
I would appreciate that. As you're looking over the notes, you see that written in Alex's handwriting seem to be his own personal accounts of using this particular item. They don't go into much detail. You assume that Alex was mainly writing this just to kind of keep himself sane, as he writes about landing in a mysterious place after helping a wizard defend a tower and stepping through a portal and meeting what he assumed to be a very old being who spoke to him telepathically, acknowledged his trials and tribulations, and gave him this item. And there seem to be some more entries, but Doc Green hasn't reviewed them yet. She seems to just be really focusing on this one at the moment.
Seraphim will look over another section and write down what he thinks is important.
Okay. Before we jump away, I will say that as he jumps to the next section, it goes into some detail about some of the things that weren't shown on that tape that you watched. Some of the more conditioning and training that went into Alex becoming the soldier he would be. And it seems to be a tad darker than you would have thought. But we will transition over to Stone. What is Stone doing currently? Let's find Dave.
He's probably eating, and he might be back to studying metallurgy in the lower area.
Okay. Give me an intelligence roll.
I like these. These are rolls. Okay. Let me see. What's my intelligence modifier?
Grab a drink.
Same, I'll also BRB.
Come on, give me a good roll for once in my life. Good, landed on 17 and then rolled over. Dang it. It would have been 18. Should I just take the 18?
Say if it's cocked, roll it again.
Alright, I'll roll it again. Because I couldn't tell which one it was. It stopped and then rolled back over again. Okay. 18. It actually landed on 17 again.
Okay.
Okay.
So, after what felt like coming up and grasping at straws, not finding anything, Stone stumbles across a mention from a pre-war scientific journal talking about implants that have to do with metal. Doesn't mention the metal, but it does mention that they were implants that were placed into the skin and that could like process blood without being toxic.
Now that's interesting. Extremely interesting. I look for anything else I can find on the subject.
Okay. We will jump over to whoever's next then. As Stone finally finding the lead he was looking for kind of moves on to it. He gets researching. So yeah, who would like to go next?
I have Maxon's ship, like, lifted with, like, ceiling chains or whatever I have access to like, jack it up off the floor. But it's, like, lifted up, and then, like, I've got, like, the, I think you called it a storm drive. I have that, like, dropped out, and then, like, I have it, like, pulled apart, and I'm beginning certain works on that.
I'm gonna be there while she's taking a look at it. So I kind of just poke my head in. I tell her, be careful, because if you make the wrong connection, you could end up blowing the whole place up.
She doesn't even look at you. It's like
Alex
a ghost is in the room.
Alex has been in the room the whole time, just kind of watching Serena. And after Maxon makes that remark and Serena gives no response, he walks over and kneels down next to her and just says, "Is there anything I can give you a hand with?"
Yes, standing back by that wall away from my work.
He doesn't budge, he doesn't move.
She'll continue working for a minute. And the moment she goes to, like, go for, like, whatever part of the machine is, like, where he's standing or kneeling, she'll look at him for a moment. Move.
Without saying anything, he steps to the side, but he is definitely eyeing Serena down.
Reverse rolls here. Make an insight check, if you want.
Oh, I would most definitely love to.
There's a reason why I'm asking, rather than just saying you would intuit this. And I will roll a contested and probably failing. I don't even know, deception or persuasion? I don't even know. I'm not good at either
22.
22. You know, I'm gonna roll, and I guarantee you I'm not gonna get anywhere near that. What is any of my stuff? Yeah, it's unlikely. Fucking nope. Yeah, I'm not a charismatic person. And I'm especially not being charismatic at the moment. I'm going to DM you something.
Serena and Alex are having a
talk off.
They're not talking, actually. They are staring at each other, saying, I think they've said like 4 words.
Yeah. Can I help you? Yeah, go stand over there. No.
That's, yeah, literally what I said.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Then I told him to move.
Well, let me see if I can go back on the thingy.
The beginning.
Give me an athletics roll.
Absolutely. Where is? There you are. Oh, this is my worst one yet. That is a 10.
So what happens during that exchange where in that split second where Alex made that insight, what is Serena doing as he kind of steps out of the way and is just kind of watching her? Does she just like step by him?
If he is still standing in front of her, she will. I don't know. She's not in her usual mindset. I have to go against what I want to do and think of what she wants to do. Yeah, she's gonna try and like push him out of the way. Metal arm. Not forcefully, but just like shift him.
She meets resistance, and before she can even think, her arm is behind her. Well, it is for a split second, and then she is essentially being carried by the nape of her like chest piece out of the hangar.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
He is literally just carrying her by, like you just feel the crunch of your armor as fingers kind of bend it into place, and she is being carried out, almost dragged. And he doesn't say a word. He is just carrying her out. You can contest it if you would like.
Absolutely.
Alex, what are you doing? He says, like, as he just walks up.
I will hold for your command, sir. That's me to the DM, not her. She is not subservient at the moment.
So yeah, Maxon, you and Raziel, you're down there as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what you guys have just kind of been silently just observing as these two have just been staring daggers through each other, saying short, bitter sentences, and then you see Alex for a split second look at Serena, look at Maxon's ship, and then just immediately, like as she goes to put a hand on him to move him, he turns her around and just grabs her by the back of her like chest plate and begins to carry her out of the hangar.
Well.
And then did you say Maxon called out?
Yo, Alex, what the hell are you doing?
Saving your ship. And he begins to make his way through the hallway. What does Serena do?
Some daredevil shit, honestly. It's the easiest way to describe it. That's why I keep using that. So he's got me like from back here, right? And is basically just like leading me? Or is he like holding me up?
I was about to say, he's probably holding you up in the air.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I'm
like
gonna
just
full on
walking
like
with you.
swing full momentum. Actually, in this case, I'll say Black Widow shit, because I'm gonna like flip myself around, leg wrap around arm to get myself loose, possibly make some kind of. I'm gonna do a thing to free myself.
All right, roll in athletics to contest Alex's roll. Give me 1 sec. I will roll it as well.
That's crazy. That's insane. This die is gonna get tossed into a river. That is, my good sir, is a 12.
Well, that doesn't beat a 24.
It doesn't. As a matter of fact, it's quite literally half of that.
Quite literally.
So so you actually do. So you wanted to like kind of like put yourself in like to almost like how you. From what I gathered, you were trying to almost put Alex's arm in an arm bar to try and free yourself.
Yeah, using my legs to like bar his arm up. Like since I'm like being held up, I'll like flip myself around over, like throw my leg over his arm. That's what I'm attempting to do. To get him in like one of these where you got the legs over the arm, you know?
As you do that, you feel his hand is kind of limp laying against like a. You have a chest plate, right?
Yeah, it's chest plate. It's attached together. It's kind of got how to explain it. Two metal pieces, one in front, one in back. Pretty tight fitting, but it's like attached by like various straps and things to keep it over the clothing that I have underneath it, and the spacesuit underneath that.
As you wrap your legs around and you pull his arm into a bar, you notice he doesn't budge. In fact, he looks at you as you're doing it, and you feel his fingers tighten around the front of your chest plate now, and he just slams you into the wall.
Absolutely wonderful. All right. What is the retaliation here that I go for next?
Could I do an insight to try and figure out what the fuck's going on? Basically,
From what
to see which one of them I should be able to help, or just stay the hell out of the way.
Yeah, give me an insight. Go for it. Actually, yeah.
Because I know Alex is trustworthy as hell, and he probably wouldn't do that unless there was a freaking reason. And Serena's been snappy.
Indeed.
At the minimum lately, even though my insight sucks, I still got.
Oh yeah, I'll say especially the last, like the end of yesterday and the beginning of today, it's definitely getting worse. We are.
I got an 18. I rolled a 16.
I'll go. Do you want to roll another deception, Serena, or do you want to go with your last one?
I'm gonna roll a deception because it will be funny if I do. That is a 9. There's a 10 minus 1.
-1.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's going on, Raziel, but you know that Serena was trying to do something and Alex stopped her. Serena was up to some shady shit and Alex is attempting to stop her, did stop her, and now they're fighting in the hallway.
Can I make a quick? Can I check what the hell she did?
Yeah, if you walk over to your ship, you see that, how would you describe it, actually, Serena? How would you
It looks like
describe
it's being repaired. It looks like it's being worked on by masterful hands. I am fixing what essentially would get you into warp. And the Tesla coil is to partially help recharge the storm inside of the drive in order to have because you said it requires a storm on the inside, so she was using...
It requires it takes the energy from the storm, or it can use solar energy to naturally generate it. It runs off the rule of...
She was going to artificially create a storm, which this isn't the alarming part either. But she was going to artificially create a storm in order to recharge it so that you could get off planet. Well, I say someone.
That's kind of what you're gathering, Maxon. You are gathering that all these repairs, all this stuff that was being done to the ship, you don't think it was done for you.
Revian, get your ass over here and help me.
But it looks like it's being repaired quite well.
Yeah, it is being put together
Yep,
masterfully.
I'm not sabotaging it in any way, to be very clear. Like, it is genuinely being fixed in a very efficient way.
You don't know, yeah. From what you are gathering, the ship is being fixed fine. But yet, Serena and
the reason
Alex are
I didn't
fighting.
answer is because
Revian.
Revian does not currently exist. So I didn't answer.
Who said Revian?
You said Revian.
I didn't clock it either.
I meant to say Raziel.
That is
I meant to say Raziel.
I'd like to point out that I was the one to do it.
I'm here to fight.
I thought I was going to be the one to do that first.
We have that
I
documented.
was waiting for somebody to do it. I was waiting.
Raziel,
Somebody
get
call
your
for a
ass
great
over-
sword. I'm here to fight.
Raziel, get your ass over here and help me, please.
Before I do that, I'm gonna expend a spell slot and transform my assault bot into an anchor bot and fucking wrap it around Serena.
Go for it.
I can't remember. I can't remember if you got to make a roll.
Okay,
I
I
gotta
am
make a
going
roll, or you
to,
got to make a roll for that.
I am he is very confused right now. And
Do I have another opportunity in this space before he does anything, or before the bot specifically, or do I need to wait? Is this their opportunity? I'm
gonna
unsure
say,
of exactly the time
You're
space here.
still disoriented from being slammed into the wall.
Okay. I just wanted to check.
So,
Oh yeah, it just happened.
yes.
I figured
So,
he
yeah,
would
the
go, and
anchor-
then we would go back around, kind of taking turns through the room.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you going to do, Maxon?
I am going to just say screw it internally, and I'm just gonna make a strength roll real quick.
Oh, I was coming over to you. That was the bot just to help Alexander.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, I was coming to you, but to help what was going on, I was changing my bot.
I will say one
Okay.
thing,
Is the bot can go
Maxon,
with
that
it.
you would comprehend in terms of the spatial travel that I've spoken of before. One piece that you don't see any evidence of there being created so far is the one thing I said I would probably need to get off of this planet, which is a quantum ring. And seeing as how your ship looks like it always does, and you don't see any new pieces, you might assume that I haven't started work on that yet. So, that is to say to the rest of the party, you caught me at a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I say a bad time?
For you.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a good time to inform everybody. We
So-
have 100 light rockets and 40 heavy rockets.
He just looks to. He just looks
shoot
to.
that shit out of the sky.
He just looks to. He kind of starts panicking a little bit. Rev, nope, sir. God.
That is never not going to be funny to me.
Anyway, I would have rolled to see.
The names. The names just sound.
wrong.
Look, the names sound
Raziel and
a
Revian.
little similar.
They are really close, I will say.
They are really close. That's why I
It's
said I've
it's
been
the
kind of waiting for
R
somebody to do
vowel
it.
consonant, well, like, but
So
it's like
he
just-
the less used consonants.
He moves, like he sees Serena being carried away as she's trying to fight his grip, and he looks to hold up. Oh, he looks to Raziel, and then looks to the ship, and he's just like he doesn't know what to do right now.
Considering I don't know what they've talked about, I would just try and inspect the ship to see if there's anything wrong with it.
Raziel, just help me out here. See if you can find anything.
You don't see anything. It is being repaired immaculately.
No, ship's good. From what I can
What
tell,
is he
there's been no
talking
additions
about?
that weren't originally there.
I'll say, with both of you rolling pretty high insight rolls, you assume that she was fixing the ship, but not for you, Maxon. And that's what Alex gathered.
Okay, so I would figure that
Ship's
out.
good.
that it
There's
wasn't-
nothing wrong with the
okay,
ship.
But
It's
would
just-
I have figured that part out though, that it wasn't for me?
That's what you and Raziel would have figured out right now as we transition back over to Alex and Serena. Serena, what are you doing? You
That
have
is
an
when
anchor
you will
bot
hear me
and
say.
Alexander holding on to you.
Yeah, that is when you will hear me say, I must report in, I must return to Scaldair. Where are the lights in the room? Out of curiosity.
They are large bars that kind of just follow the top of the ceiling. They're just large
Would
rectangular.
I know where... Would it be easier to shoot each individual light, or would I know where the circuit is that powers those?
You would have to shoot out the light.
Okay. Is it one or is it multiple in this particular... I guess the better question is, like, how many are there, like, throughout the room? Is this gonna be...
There's just-
I figured this might be multiple thing. I probably won't be able to do it in one turn, but I'm curious.
I'll say that it's a bar going along this entire thing, but you see that there are segments separating it from here, and like just like there are segments. So you assume if you shoot one, it'll take out a pretty decent part of the lights. But the more you move down this way, the more you will have to like shoot out lights to be in the dark.
Okay, so...
By the way, your movement speed is minus 20, by the way, right now.
Yes, so I figured... So you're saying shooting ones further this way is gonna benefit me more further down the line this way as well?
Yes.
Okay. About how many attacks would it take to shoot out the lights of the room with that knowledge?
I would say for this hallway, I'll say it'll take 2 attacks to take out all the lights in here. And in the hangar itself, you'd probably have to do 3 attacks to take out all the lights in there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to slightly shift, what is the word? Grapple positions, and shift to such a way as he has to keep me held up like that, and grab his wrist with my right hand, draw my pistol, and I'm going to shoot out the lights.
Go for it, roll it.
That is a 27
Oh my.
for the first one.
Don't worry about rolling damage. You take out the first light fixture you shoot at.
And a dirty 20 as well on the second one. And-
so
I would like to share with everyone what my pistol sounds like because it's unique and interesting. You may keep narrating though, because it's gonna take me like 2 seconds to do this.
Oh yeah. So you shoot the lights out, and are you still staying in the grapple?
I did not fight the grapple. I used my action to shoot out the lights.
Without really missing a beat or anything, Alex just chuckles and he's going to double
Non-lethal
move.
beat the shit out of you, damage.
Okay, my pistol sounds like as follows. Oh, fucking sound's turned off. Just the one. There you go. You get an idea. Just one for each one, but it sounds, yeah. That's about what it sounds like.
Immediately got my attention, and I would have headed that way, honestly.
Very interesting sounding pistol, and it shoots, and it gives a blue glow. It is unlike most laser-like weapons you've seen used on this planet. Well, me making myself an alien that you guys have seen in your time on Uramos, being alive or from other places. So
as you shoot the lights out, Alex just keeps walking, and then after you finish, he just lowers his arms down. He lowers his arm down a bit just to kind of hold you eye level, and he just he pauses and just says, "Sorry for this." And now I'm gonna make some rolls.
hey,
Does a 25 hit?
it hits someone, and their name is Serena.
We're gonna roll that again. Does a 25 hit?
Hello, it me. It
And
does.
then he's going to also flurry of blows.
Absolutely.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes, just over.
And does a 24 hit?
24 actually misses for some reason. I don't know why.
Shit.
That specific number.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Just that one, though.
Okay. Just that one. Only that one.
Only 24s. Everything else,
Because you know
18
what's
and
funnier than
below.
24?
18 and below misses, or 17 and below misses. But a 24 specifically, doesn't it? That class has to be out there, right, somewhere? It just has like a random number that doesn't hit.
Unlucky 24s.
Your AC
that
is a
number
15.
changes
but for some
every
reason,
round.
a 21 doesn't hit you.
If the number 24 gets involved in any dice roll, you die.
If anyone rolls a 30 plus, you die instantaneously, forever,
Just
unresurrectable.
immediately.
Hard mode.
Get ready, flesh bag. You're going into the fucking ground.
Well, guess we're not going to fight Vecna.
Serena takes. Give me 1 second.
I do definitely take something, and we're about to find out.
Ass whoop him.
An ass whooping isn't right. That is correct, sir.
32 bludgeoning damage, and can I get 4 Constitution saving throws from you as Alex
Hang
once
on.
again just starts slamming you into every side of the hab he can, trying to stunning strike you.
So 32.
Awesome.
So roll until you fail, or 4 hits. One or the other happens.
Yeah, 4 con saves as Alex burns 4 key points, trying to knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, that takes me like 1/3, which is for enemies that's pretty normal actually. And con saves. Let's make some con saves. I need a barrier on this side of my desk so I can roll without thinking about it. Okay, maybe that'll do it. First one is. I almost tipped the die over. I almost lost that roll. Where's my con? That is a 22. The first one?
All right. That one passes. Give me another.
That is a 25.
That one passes.
That is going to be a failure because that is an 11. And the fourth one just for fun.
Save a key point.
Just because I'm curious. That would have been a dirty 20 on the last one had I succeeded, but I didn't. I am stunned, you said?
Mm-hmm. So after you shoot the lights out, yeah, Alex just says sorry, and then just begins to like hit you into every single wall, ceiling, floor, everywhere until you cannot see which way is straight, and like you kind of feel like almost your helmet almost feels like it got knocked like sideways on your head.
Oh yeah, it's like yep.
It looks like he broke her neck, but it kind of just twisted to the left.
I'd like to point out what he's saying is actually pretty smart because this helmet it wouldn't be able to do that because it is form-fitting to my head. If it feels that way, he fucked my ass up because people that wore helmets back in like the Middle Ages, they wore like a cotton like or wool coif underneath and then like a metal like a chainmail and then like the helmet. So that shit fucking hurt. I know exactly what you mean now. Ow.
I was about to say, yeah.
Really ow.
Whoever's whispering in your brain, you don't hear it right now.
My head hurts a little bit.
So, what do Maxon and Raziel do as they see Alex just like get the floor with Serena's head?
I've been halt.
I'm going with him. I'm following.
Watch this fucking beating happen.
I did. I'm ready to. I got Spare the Dying ready. I'm not afraid of Serena dying.
I want to.
My robot's attached to her. I can cast it in an instant. The instant she goes down to 0 HP, she won't die.
Even though he may not have said that out loud, to that effect, shows like because I can speak mutteringly while stunned. I'll just. You think I'm afraid of dying?
I ain't gonna kill you.
I'm just gonna hurt you.
Okay.
No, yeah. What do you want? What is Maxon gonna do?
Okay, so what if me and Raz just like tried our best to like separate both of them because now
I'm not trying to separate them. I'm not. I understand that Serena is not right now. There is something wrong. I'm not trying to stop Alex.
You're hearing the shit I'm saying, by the way, Max, and I'm saying this very clearly out loud.
And I will say, Maxon, you realize that you're starting to see that Serena's losing it. You don't know why or what's going on, but she's slipping and
putting the pieces together from the last few days. My silence, my snappiness.
And you're assuming that Alex is trying to get her to the med bay. And what are you going to do before we move to the next little cutaway before we get back to this?
I'm going to use the opportunity. Can I get behind her?
Yes. You would move in front of Alex as he is essentially just kind of holding his arm in the air. Fingers indented into Serena's chest plate, just kind of holding her up in the air as she kind of just clings to his arm, kind of like dazed.
All right, let's go.
Okay. And as you all move up to the second floor, we are going to move to everyone that's up here. Seraphim. You hear the loudest banging downstairs. Like you assume someone like I was about to say you assume like someone's trying to like shoot one of the walls down in the hab. And
just looks at Doc Green and is like, what the
you should probably go investigate. And as Doc Green actually wheels herself up to the door, and Hammer is also going to exit out.
Seraphim's gonna stop her and like peek around the corner first.
You see Alex bring Serena up to the stairs. What is Serena? We'll say that turns have kind of looped around.
It's gonna be a round
yeah.
and then another round, I think, until I get a turn.
Okay. We'll say that Alex is going to move another 20 feet along with Serena and the anchor bot. He carries Serena up to the door as she is like stunned and kind of muttering to herself. And he just says, "I need Doc Green. We need to start the procedure now."
Yeah, I must report
understand.
in. I have to report. I have to get off this godforsaken planet.
Shut up, you.
You can report when we're done, I promise. Get in.
All right. Does anybody else do anything?
I'm just gonna get really mad and just start.
I'm
screaming at
following.
him. Like, what do you think I've been trying to do? I offered to help you and you refused.
You're all loaded with incompetence. Let me go.
And on that note, you know what? I think Alex is gonna do some more swinging.
I didn't mean to drop the energy and the music there. I'm trying to find one of the other ones. I'm trying to shift it every once in a while, you know. Ah, that's not it either. Fuck! I fucked it up. I done goofed.
No, the vibes.
Fuck, the vibes are ruined. I can't find the right one.
Vibe killer.
Wait, what about this one?
You've killed the mojo.
You killed it.
I like
I
that.
just lost my
Sure, we'll go with that one.
mojo.
I don't know. I was trying to circulate through the kind of
21
high ones.
Does a 21 and a 22 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay. One sec.
Are these more stunning or just bludgeoning?
Oh, no, he's just, he's slamming you into more walls.
Okay.
He's just beating your ass.
Beating the shit out of you to knock you
Smash
out.
me.
24 bludgeoning damage.
The last one was for this one is for pleasure.
You know what? Go ahead. He'll burn 2 more key points. Actually, I'll ask the party.
Where'd my
Do you
calculator
guys want him to stunning strike again, or do you just want him to do damage?
We've pretty much got him restrained. If we're trying to knock him out, do damage.
What was it? How much damage did you say
Through
again?
the stunning strike, it'll only last
24?
24.
Seraphim is familiar with the only other way to knock her out, and he doesn't feel like falling asleep again, just in case something goes wrong. So
yeah, 24 bludgeoning, and you were not stunned. As you see,
How's
everybody
Serena
kind
looking
of sees as Alex slams Serena into the wall, and
I
then
would tell you, but I wear
kind
armor.
of uppercuts her up into the ceiling. Yeah, that's true. You can't see.
No, I'm looking. I'm wondering if she's kind of flopped her anyway or anything.
Not anymore.
Is she looking?
After the end of his turn, at least.
All right, we will roll around then.
I'll offer, like, you can roll. Like, I'm not saying you can't, like, see it all, but, like, I'm saying just, like, at a
I was
glance.
just wondering.
I'm wearing armor, so it's.
I was about to say, yeah. If you want to, like, actually figure it out, you're gonna have to roll insight to see how she's.
I welcome it.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like bar it. I was just saying, like, with her wearing armor, you will have to roll to see.
I wanted to clarify. I also wasn't saying like no. I just mean like I'm wearing armor. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, I failed. I got like a 13. That's probably not
You
enough
see
to
that
do much of anything. Barely.
Serena is, in fact, in the hallway.
I will offer, just since it's kind of a middle. I'll say, rough-ish, maybe.
All right,
But
so
kinda
we will circle through everybody, and I'll say, let me roll something real quick to see. Hammer comes around the corner, and he just is so confused. He's been watching this on the cameras the whole time, and he still has no idea what the hell's
I
going
forgot
on.
about that. It just hit me as you said that. I was like, he probably saw this whole fucking thing and just going, what?
Emma, don't interfere.
And then Ooh, okay. Seraphim Dot Green wheels past you so quickly. If you weren't getting out of the way, she probably would run over your foot with her wheelchair.
Watch out.
Ow.
And she rolls up to you, Serena. Make a Constitution save.
Constitution save. Yeah, let me flip back. That, my good sir, is... What's the number? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You are good. As Seraphim, you recognize the doc takes out one of a familiar ampule and breaks it in front of Serena's mask, and you see a familiar blue smog go up. It is the knockout gas that she used on you upon first meeting you.
I knew that was exactly I didn't want to mess with. I think I see the problem.
But you notice that it doesn't knock Serena out. It doesn't do anything. Serena seems to just move past it. As Serena, you can take your action to do whatever you would like now.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to action get away from me. Athletics time. Get away from me time.
You definitely won that.
Oh, let's see.
I think that's a 14.
Let me check. Yeah, this is my first good one, so I would say probably. Let's see. Mine, I'm looking at strength. I need athletics. Is I'm gonna do math here. We can do it. We got this. So that is 25. I did it. I did the math.
So how do you break from Alexander's grip? As Doc Green breaks the ampule in your face and this blue gas washes over your mask, it goes in your ventilation system. What do you do?
Well, now that I've finally kind of regained my faculties after that stun, I mean, best explanation there is, I've got a metal arm right to the fucking elbow.
All right, roll. All right, so
that's how I escape.
As you hit his elbow, his grip lessens, and you drop to the floor.
All right.
I will say, do you have to use the attack action to get out of a grapple, or is it just?
It's your whole action
to get out of it. It's a full action.
It's a whole action.
Grapple.
All right. You're surrounded by a lot of people. What does Serena do in this situation?
To take a page out of Dr. Crane's book, Serena's not here right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, action surge after I stand up with literally all of my movement because I only have 10 feet. And I'm going to... What's a smart thing? There's probably too many lights in this hallway. That would only get me that far. That would be ill-advised. So, what I will do instead is, we're gonna make use of that super soldier strength, and I'm gonna grab the Doc Green by the neck and pick her up off of her wheelchair. And pistol to head. So I guess I'll special attack grapple.
Okay.
Athletics versus athletics. And then also on the way to get out of it, she could also use acrobatics on the get out. So the grapple's weird. Grapple, to start, it's athletics versus athletics. To get out, it's
either
whatever you
athletics,
choose versus what I choose.
Or acrobatics versus athletics.
Yeah, it's
right?
your two, whichever one you pick, versus my athletics. So this isn't going to be good because I automatically fail at a natural 1. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
As you go to
God.
I love failing in the moments when it's like kind of funny.
as you grab Doc Green, you grab her and she takes the rest of the ampule that was in her hand. There seems to be a bit of that substance still left in it, and she smashes it on the side of your helmet. And that kind of finally begins to make another Constitution roll at disadvantage.
Absolutely. Let's do.
Little
We're
narrative thing
kind of
here.
outside of the brain realm of Serena. We're gonna put the Serena die away, actually. Shit. Fuck.
Gone. It left.
Hey, Junie, can you grab that for me? She
It
won't.
went past the cat.
As a matter of fact, she's
Yeah,
gonna attack it. Ooh, might be my first bad one. Hang on. Let me grab that. Because I want to use it.
You can tell she's grabbed it when you hear the crunch.
Disadvantage, you say? So that is going to be not good. 15.
You get sleepy, Serena. You get really sleepy.
She doesn't like that.
No matter how much you try to fight it, no matter how much you want to keep moving and get away.
No sleeping. Must work. Must get off planet.
As you go to take your last step, you just feel a hand on the nape of your chest plate on the back, and you turn and see Alex. All right now.
Kyle was at 17 HP, by the way. If you wanted to know. Now that it's over.
Holy
I figured
shit.
you weren't far,
Yeah,
but I
wasn't
didn't
far.
really risk hitting you with something that can
Tanky-ish.
kill you.
Thank God you didn't grab Doc Green, because I was ready to expend a full entire action surge action attack on you.
Oh yeah, I was
That
absolutely going to hostage situation the shit out of this. That was the most logical way out. There are too many lights in this room.
I don't deal with terrorists. You didn't need them kneecaps.
Oh yeah, no, if you didn't realize, Alex was like, I gotta knock her out.
Everybody was about to fucking not Doc Green, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, him grabbing me was the best thing that could have happened. Otherwise, it would have been him grabbing me plus Anchorbot, best case scenario. Otherwise, this would have gotten really messy. Either in the hallway, somewhere else, in the hangar, maybe. It'd have been pretty interesting.
Well,
I
as
was
Serena
lucky to get a
faints.
good insight roll.
No, yeah, I do.
That saved my ass because I was like, okay, I know what I could do to help, but my character wouldn't know what's going on fully.
Thank God Alex is really good with insight. It's one of his main skills.
Now that we're
Because
past it, by the way, she wasn't planning to steal the ship all along. This was a new development based on her brain slowly rotting from this shit in it.
So as Serena passes out, Alex carries her to one of the cots. Oh, I didn't realize they were connected.
I anchored them so that
I
you
saw
wouldn't
you
have
do that.
to do
I was
that.
like, whoa.
I anchored it so that you wouldn't have to do that again. Let me detach.
Thank you. But after Alex puts her into the cot, Alex doesn't leave Serena's side for a majority of this. He detaches her middle arm and he begins looking at her helmet, trying to find a way to take it off as she sleeps peacefully. What does everybody else do in this time? Doc Green is going to come in. She's actually going to go into this room for anybody that would follow. But if anybody,
I would have
yeah,
come in
Seraphim's
to
gonna
try to
remove the helmet
off.
So Seraphim's gonna try to use his. Can I use?
I have.
Seraphim's good with his fingers.
I know what the characters are after, but I know what the players are after.
I know.
Well,
I didn't mean to knock your character out and be like, take her helmet off.
No, I don't care. I'm enjoying this. There were multiple ways this could have gone. We had the stuff that we talked about, and then I had in my head, I had 7 different plans. There was plans to if they lured me in here, I was going to shoot the lights out and make a run for it. I got the stun grenades to drop them in this room if they had brought me here. I was gonna throw them in the hallway. I had multiple plans to just go to get the fuck out. I had contingencies, but an anchor bot and another super soldier who is his realm of existence is in high strength. Yeah, that is my undoing.
Fun fact, he does have high strength, but he's mainly dexterous. You caught the brunt of his strength. These rolls were insane.
I want to talk to him.
I was following to help get all of Serena's equipment off her, specifically so that if she woke up, she wouldn't have anything to attack anybody with.
Yeah.
Hence the
All right,
helmet,
so-
because I know it is attached to Sato.
Maxon, who are you talking to?
Alex.
All right, so as he lays Serena down and detaches her arm, you do you just walk up and pull him aside? What do you say?
Maxon's breathing really heavy right now because there's a lot of really bad scenarios possible that are going through his head right now. He is kind of taken back a little bit. He kind of, like you said, he figured out that she didn't really do anything to it, but she definitely had plans that were involving it. So, the second she wakes up, you better ask her every question you can think of. I want answers as to what the hell she was doing.
She's not gonna give you answers, kid. He, as he says that, he leans over Serena and taps on her helmet where her forehead would be. Those bastards have wormed their way into her brain, and she's gone. We need to help her. I have something that might help. It's what Doc Green is currently working on. I don't know if it will work. It helped me work through the things I can't really remember the things that I experienced because of the machine, the device. I'm hoping that it can give her a similar relief.
He kind of like he closes his eyes and he looks down a little bit and he takes a deep breath in. And to Alex, it is more obvious now than ever that Maxon is very. He's also starting to lose himself, but not in the same way that Serena is.
Oh yeah, I was about to say he, like I said, he has a really high insight. As he sees,
he looks over to him, and just like his eyes go wide for a bit more of in like I'm about to lose my mind away. The planet's getting to me. It's starting to get to me. He says in a sarcastic tone. I'm at my wit's end. I'm losing it.
Post-apocalypse will do that to you.
Yep.
as Maxon begins to rant and rave and kind of lose himself, he feels Alex place a hand on his shoulder. I know. This planet does take its toll. Hang in there. She's going to be okay. You are going to be okay. Don't go losing me now.
He doesn't say anything, but it does help a lot. He's a lot more visually stable.
As he sees Maxon kind of calm down, he he looks over to Serena and back to Maxon. Do you think you could help us? Do you think you could go find Stone? Let him know we're going to be prepping her for operation. He kind of says with a confused look on his face. You can tell that as he's talking about this device and this procedure, he really doesn't understand what it was. Even though he says it was done to him, he had it. Like, he went through this procedure. He doesn't seem to know what it really is. Almost like it was wiped from his memory, too.
I'll go get him.
Thank you. All right, and as he goes to get stone, we will move to the other people in the room. I believe, Seraphim, you were trying to gain access to Serena's helmet. Were you trying to get help with that, or were you doing it on your own?
He was going to try to see if there's just some way, because obviously pulling it off isn't going to work if she got slammed. Hearing all that beating, obviously this helmet isn't coming off easy, so he's going to try to see if there's a certain way.
I will
He's
add,
going to try to use like sleight of hand.
the
to, like,
bends
feel
were
around.
in the chest plate piece, but I would say probably to everyone who notices surprise, the armor bends significantly less than you would expect.
Oh no, yeah, I wasn't trying to say he crunched it.
Right. No, I'm just going along with like what you had said, but like the chest piece and then like the helmet specifically, it's quite resilient, surprisingly so.
Yeah, you can tell that you're probably not going to break this armor open. So, are you going to try and just?
I'm trying to just
get
see
it
if there's,
open
like,
with
trying to just find a way to like
access
see if
it.
there's a way to just correctly take the helmet off. Just like, is there a button? Is there?
You know who has
Would you
seen me put the helmet on at the very least?
I believe only Hammer has. Actually.
Hammer and Seraphim was with him, but it wasn't this Seraphim.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Hold on.
Machete
Okay.
Man.
So after seeing all this, Hammer probably would have came in. So we'll say that he has come over and he is also.
I forget what that one was called, by the way,
inspecting.
Colton.
Wait, what?
The one that uses the machete, the mildly psychotic one. He's the only one that's seen me. At minimum, put the helmet on.
Are you sure you want him around your neck?
I'm just saying like that's the only one who's seen me put the helmet on, and then also Hammer.
You are right. He's the only one that's seen you here. I almost forgot about that.
So, if you would like to roll for anything, Seraphim, you have Hammer here, so I will let you roll at advantage.
I'm gonna try the sleight of hand method. Feeling
Okay,
around.
so just trying to move your hands around, feel for anything that might like activate or give.
Something's gonna pop off, I swear. Yeah, just feeling around, seeing if there's just something.
I will say, before you roll, I was either going to say that, or if you wanted to try and ask Sato, because he does have his own personality, separate of Serena. So it's whichever you want to do. I don't want to influence it anyway, but those are the two options I will present.
I would have been going after Sato's on the wrist anyway, and asking him questions and seeing what was wrong is my plan for my turn.
So, yeah,
I just let you know.
I'll let
would the
Raziel
wrists-
interact with Sato.
Would the technology on Serena's wrist still work with her being unconscious? I'm asking you.
I would say so, yeah. It's independent of me.
So as you turn her wrist over and it activates, you see the eyes on Serena's helmet light up, and you hear Sato's voice. What's going on? Is everything okay?
I'm pretty sure Serena's having a bit of a breakdown, and we are trying to help her. We need to get the helmet off and divest her of anything that could hurt her or others. Can you help?
Roll persuasion.
Guess what?
One.
I got it at 20.
Ooh.
No fucking way.
Okay.
You're nuts.
Okay. That's crazy.
You can ask my wife. I haven't touched the dice since I rolled it that last time.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
crazy, dude.
So is that exactly what you say to Sato, or what do you specifically say to Sato to try and convince him to help you get the helmet off Serena?
That's more or less what I would have.
So you would just I was just
Sato,
gonna say like
we're trying to help Serena, who may be having a bit of a breakdown right now. We need to get her helmet off to make sure she's okay. We did just have to subdue her. Can you help?
There's a long pause after you say this. And after a moment, you see the lights come back on in the eyes of Serena's helmet. It's been hard watching her struggle and not being able to do anything.
By the way, just a quick interjection. Sato wouldn't even know my name. I don't technically exist.
I was about to say, yeah, you will notice that he doesn't say that her name, and he just says either
He only
sir
knows-
or nothing.
Yeah, he knows he's attached to me, but he doesn't know who me is.
Yeah, he says her, sir, or nothing. But just very sullen, very sad. Please. Help her find herself again. And you just hear, what does it sound like as the helmet clicks and depressurizes?
I mean, it's
Does
like
it do
it's-
anything specific?
It is like a space, airlock door depressurizing. It is a loud hiss. Lots of air, hisses out. There's like white steam that comes out from the hissing as well. The depressurization and all that. Probably less so, actually, slightly. It's not quite as violent as you would expect it to be, I guess. So there's more like psst and like a little bit of steam, considering there's holes in the spacesuit.
And does the helmet itself come apart, or is it one solid piece?
It's
coming
one solid
off of the
piece,
suit?
but all of those individual panels separate and open so that it's wide enough to take off.
Okay. So as it begins to hiss and decompress and open up, it doesn't come off, but you see that it does seem to open up. And does it power down your suit when you take the helmet off, or is Sato still functional technically?
Sato's his own separate thing. The helmet is powered by its own individual battery, and then the rest of everything else is just mundane. Like the spacesuit is just an airtight suit, and then of course my clothes and armor is just. It's not like that's the one difference between I guess you would say a Mandalorian's armor and my armor. You don't open the back and there's like mechanical stuff inside. It's just a slab of metal.
Cool. So I'll say that the only thing that is lit up right now is your wrist plate where Sato is currently speaking through.
Yeah, it lights up on the inner side of the forearm.
She's handed Sato to me before, so I know it comes
Oh yeah,
off.
it's just
Yeah.
two belt straps. It's not complicated.
I would have been taking Sato off while I was talking to him.
To the observer,
Okay.
the idea of the spacesuit is that I can wear whatever I need to on top of it. It's meant to literally just be like a skin, so I can go in space if I need. Everything else goes over the top, and then the metal. Well, the metal, I've told you guys about that. It doesn't react to temperature, so it stays one temperature, which is why it's ideal for space. Was that Colton? That was Colton.
Yeah.
Do we want to wait? Brief,
I'll wait
couple
for a
minute
second.
intermission. Okay. Small intermission. But yeah, everything else is in a very mundane sort of way attached due to the convenience of the skin tight spacesuit. Makes it very ideal for just wearing equipment that you want to. But to the players, you would realize that it is quite stupid to just wear it all the time, considering I've been bit, scratched, hit, punched, cut, shot. I guess in the meantime, because I know this is going to happen now, I'm going to upload a certain image to... I haven't even put it in Owlbear yet. This is a real moment that's happening for real.
Oh my!
I guess I could do that way as well. That's fine.
In June of 2008, Bill McGuire of Woodbridge, New Jersey, was missing. His wife Melanie was said to be locked up on her with 2 children. When Bill's friends in Virginia Beach, John and Susan Wright, believed Bill would never do that. In the meantime, bodyguards have abandoned the phone had just been
He is on his phone, and he is typing now.
released a forensic sketch of the man's face.
Oh no.
Oh, that sucks.
His internet's out.
That's not cool. Think we might have to call it?
It's been spotty.
It's midnight, so we played for most of the time we normally do anyway. If we have
I was
to
about to say,
stop.
yeah. We can call it here if you guys want to.
Well, the reason I was saying hold on is because it might just come back up because it's been
Yeah,
on
I was
off.
about to say, we'll
because
get
it
it
came
out.
back last week after a few minutes.
We can wait. I was just saying if we need to.
That's a quick jump to ending because it's come back because it did last week too. It just took a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But I definitely if it takes too long, for sure, absolutely.
This argument, according to Melanie, became physical where and a stuffed a dryer sheet.
Tell it to come back.
The residents saying that you'll never see me again and drive to
But now Bill was dead, and Melanie told me she wanted to do what
That's located her husband's vehicle. She said that he would probably find it.
police come up with the reason why someone may have wanted to kill her husband. She suggested it might have something to do with the mob, maybe money.
Because when I did this last week, he popped in here for a second on his phone, and then it came back I think a couple minutes later.
Yeah, I'm all good to wait for a little bit.
I think I did it Friday
I'm not in a
too
rush.
for a brief minute. I think he was gone for a few minutes, and then it came back, and then he was coming back, he wasn't even in the room. He was like, "What? I'm back." It never actually took him out of the call on that one, so it was
when his internet came back. When his internet came back,
it automatically, it auto reconnected, and he had walked away. That's right.
Today, because my internet cut out while I was playing with Colton earlier, and I was like, okay, fine. Well, my Discord was still sitting there spinning, and 2 or 3 minutes later, it just reconnected to the call I was already in.
I'll check my AC. It's a little warm. A hootie.
First stop, turned out Melanie was every bit of what Street intended. The floors were glowing and shining. The walls up here were freshly painted, so it looked like someone had paid a lot of not a partial went anywhere. It was inside. So if Bill had been murdered, Bill would know. Looking for anything to help solve the mystery, police tracked down Bill's belongings to the man Melanie gave them to.
This guy said, yeah, I helped Melanie McGuire move. I've never met her before. She was a friend of a friend. And in return, she gave me all of her husband's clothes.
Damn, what a cliffhanger.
Indeed.
That is a pretty good one, though.
I'm not surprised though. My power blinked while I was at work for a couple of minutes. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, we had a fucking wild ass storm again today. Lasted for 5 minutes and then it was gone. Yeah, it was so fast. There was another one. It wasn't quite as bad as that last one that was really crazy, but it was pretty crazy. It was weird, man. It's getting the storms are getting fun.
And odd. Well, run, honey, run.
One of those pieces, by way of example, contained an entire hair follicle. DNA test revealed that the hair follicle and its flesh was unlike to be.
Considering he hasn't responded, I'm assuming he is nose to modem yelling at it to come back.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Before dumping the suitcase into the Chesapeake Bay and Bill's car.
I can picture it in my head, just come back! Work!
Police couldn't even ask Melanie gun registries and gun shops all over the Northeast. And 2 weeks later, found he learned that Melanie had purchased a 38 caliber gun and another item behind all.
There's a good chance that he also, in the meantime, decided, fuck it, I'm gonna make a sandwich.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been known to do that. Nothing like the comfort of a sandwich to get you past the aggravation of internet outage.
I could genuinely go for a sandwich right now, actually, now that you're saying that.
It is a wonderful time for that, as a matter of fact. Spectacular moment.
Well, just for shits and giggles, I'll show you what I've been fucking with for a minute.
Ooh.
My first map I've ever created just to mess around with some stuff.
Incarnate
This is all
script.
red. I literally just started drawing with the ground tool, and this is what came up. Except for that little star right there, I made that on purpose.
That's pretty cool. I like a good symmetrical shape on a map that just makes you go, everything here is a map, except for that. I don't know if I like that. That's scary. That makes me scared a little bit. I'm nervous now. Places to avoid. Geometric shape on map.
Geometric shape on map.
I'm just trying to figure out how to... I was trying to turn this into some snowy area. Or this little island over here into a little snowy area. I was trying to get the ground to turn snow, and I couldn't figure out how to...
Just remember the tapering layers as it goes up and get lighter. I say lighter, but it'll get lighter and lighter in terms of the snowy stuff.
Anyway. Figured...
He is off his phone, so I'm assuming he's probably coming back.
Cool.
Question mark?
Let's find out.
We shall see. Because he didn't say anything, so...
Meanwhile, I'm just watching my cat do parkour.
Yeah, my cats were doing that earlier today. They're not doing it tonight, which is quite nice to not have sounds of hardcore parkour taking place in my house. Yeah, I know, right? It's fucking the parkour bit that cold open from The Office.
Well, so my setup is like this.
Hey, it
it's a
came
bunk
back.
bed
Hey.
with a desk underneath it, so they like to sleep on top of the bunk bed.
Is all well, sir?
Is
Maybe.
where?
I don't think he's physically there.
Unless it auto rejoined again. That would be
It
funny.
should
I
have.
may have.
He may have
It
gone
should have.
He really may have gone to get a sandwich.
That's completely bothered. You might
That.
be like calling the provider really angry, and meanwhile it actually came back.
Fix it!
Of the call.
My D&D game's going on right now. Shit's happening,
Oh
man.
my god.
Wait. Oh, he's back.
I hear him! I hear him!
Sir, excuse me. Are you
Please,
in
I won't-
combat? No, we're having a narrative moment. It's more important.
This is so fucking important. As soon as when the internet went out, my monitor almost got a nice little bite mark in it.
I literally said just a minute ago, I said he's probably nose to modem right now. Work, you little bitch. That's funny.
Did you have a spy camera in my house? How'd you know I was nose to modem?
I was just like, knowing him, like he's just
a
raging
guess.
directly into the modem. That's the only way to be.
Rage against the machine.
You stay raging, literally.
Gonna make this machine my bitch.
All right, okay. Let me fix the stream. Put it back in. Out of intermission. I'm good.
Literally, I got the biggest fucking cliffhanger of all time. It was like the helmet unlocks, and it's like right at the moment we're gonna take it off, and then internet gone. I was like, wow, okay, I'm so.
We were that close to just like an actual cliffhanger. But I'm ready to go back in. If everybody else
All
is.
right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. So, the helmet unlocks and hisses as the air finishes decompressing, but it doesn't move. Does anybody go to remove it specifically?
Can I do it?
I'm
was
pretty
already right
sure
there.
that Seraphim was looking at the helmet in
Rollies?
That's true.
while talking to Stato.
Rollies? Don't fight,
You know
Fred.
what? Yeah.
Don't fight,
You know
children.
what?
Maxon, you were. I'm right, like at
Gentlemen.
her head. I was about
Maxon
to
was
do
talking to Alexander. Would you have had time to
Yeah,
get there
that's
before
true.
About to
Seraphim
jump
grabbed
over-
it and pulled
Jump
it off?
over.
So Seraphim would probably be the one to take the helmet off. So Seraphim, do you take the helmet off?
By the
And
way,
how do you do
Robert,
it if you
I
do?
wasn't being mean or anything. I was just going by logical.
That is true. Like, you were talking to Alex, so you would be further away. Like, so yeah, I will say, Seraphim, you are closest. How do you open the helmet?
I like to think that as this is about to happen, like, as I said, the characters, this isn't their main point, but they can't help themselves with.
Yeah, just
It was just like,
look over.
Yeah, hang on.
Hold up.
Seraphim's trying to be a doctor about this, but then to just hear that, I'll do it. You're going to jump over her unconscious corpse and try to push me out of the way. Shove her out. It's funny. It's funny.
All right.
No, Seraphim's going to gingerly, like, knowing what we're about to do, try to get the helmet off without, like, hurting any part of the face. So just trying to slide this off as professionally as possible.
It's slow. Does it just like
It just comes
slide
right
off? Yeah, just slides off.
Perfect amount of
super
room.
easily. And you see a probably slightly bruised but unhelmeted Serena.
Well, first, they do see that. Whoa, fucking hell! Jesus Christ! Why did it do that?
Whoa.
That scared me. Holy shit.
You could
Okay,
have,
well, there you go. Face mask still up because there's a part of it that has to come up under the fucking helmet. There you go. And then the next one that's also going to be massive whenever I place it down. So jump scare warning. Jesus fucking Christ. You see a very deeply scarred face of and looks to be a damaged eye. Well, yeah, I guess the eyes are closed, but you can assume, I'm sure.
You're a bit
forewarning.
small.
Forewarning. So next time you don't do that, because I got tired of also doing that. You can right-click on a token, and there's a replace image button.
Yeah, I threw them in not as tokens, and I was just like, it'll be fine. I'll just throw them down like that, and then because I'm not actually going to use them like that. And then it was massive. I wasn't expecting that. That was a jump scare for me.
Oh yeah, no, Hero Forge screenshots like to come like 13 by 13 instead of the normal 1 by 1.
But yeah, there's a massive scar over the side of the head that like curves around in almost like a question mark shape. Just scars all down the face that go like. If you pull the neck part of the spacesuit down, you see even more scars. It's just scars everywhere, all over the place.
Seraphim sees that she has, like, opens the eyes, sees that one is damaged, and it's just like,
You see the whiteness.
Alexander, is this gonna?
But you see, it looks like there's a cup thing over the top of the eyeball as well.
Is this gonna work with mostly one functioning eye? Just a precaution.
Yes, it will work just fine, as long as it has a pathway into the brain.
There's a pathway.
All right. Well, you have removed Serena's helmet. After a moment, Doc Green does come back in with the device. And she
I will
places
say-
it on the table next to Serena. She doesn't put it on her.
If she sees
puts it
the
next to her.
eyes, Doc Green would be quite intrigued probably by that cup thing over her left eye.
Yeah, here. I'll...
If
Should I
you're,
do,
if
like,
you're
a
interested in
medicine
bringing it
check?
up, it's not super important.
No, yeah, I will. Like, if she sees it, she's gonna definitely bring it up. So, would I need to roll to figure out what it is?
She could probably
Being-
figure it out. It'd be like for Revian or for Seraphim. Revian, how did that happen? For Seraphim, it would be like
Completely different.
interesting. That's a weird way to cover up a blind eye. I think Doc Green would see it and then realize that it is an implant. So it is a functioning eye, but it is made to be functioning due to obvious damage.
It's our old characters. They're calling us.
I know, right?
It has begun.
All right. After inspecting Serena's eyes, she looks to you all. They're both functioning. One seems to be an implant or have something implanted.
That's new
and then
technology. She might like that.
As she continues to look it over, she seems to be typing things in on a data pad and has plugged her data pad into the device and seems to be doing something with it as it sits on the table next to Serena as she sleeps peacefully.
First good one in a while, too.
Does anybody do anything specific? Speak to anybody?
When did we get started?
After I
Does
get
this
all
thing
of
work?
Serena's weapons and stuff off of her,
Oh yeah, take her weaponry.
I would have been getting all of this stuff off of her as I was waiting, and then
You'll
I would have
also
got
find
the
a
fuck
pack
out of
that's
the way.
tucked just under the cape area that's very impressively well packed and also a bit space age futuristic, like self-compressing, so that it kind of stays tight to the body and all that.
I'm immediately putting this stuff directly into my pouch, my bag of holding, so that it is not in sight and nobody can go through her shit, honestly, because that's her shit. It's still her privacy. Okay. I'm just taking it off of her.
Okay. As you finish unarming her and making sure she's like laying comfortably on the cot, Dot Green unplugs the device, kind of holds it up and looks at it.
So, I want to add a little side note.
Yeah, what's up?
For shits and giggles, any interaction that Maxon has, in this point specifically with Serena, I want you guys to just treat him as the, what did you do to my drink guy? What did you do to my drink? You what? You what?
So true.
You asked for a couple of ice cubes and I only put in one.
Okay,
that's good. I love that.
Well, Dot Green holds the device up, kind of looks at it, and she looks to you all as she sets it back down on the table. It looks like this is going to take a second to calibrate. Do you think you could restrain her?
Oh, my anchor bot would have immediately transformed into a set of restraints that went around the bed, if possible.
Yeah, I was about to say, even with that, Dot Green is like, we should still restrain her more.
Oh, yeah. I was just letting you know that's on top of whatever else anybody else does.
Yeah.
Does anybody got any rope?
After a few moments, some of the automaton come in bringing chains, ropes.
I would say chains.
Just
perfect.
various
all of
materials. Yeah.
We'll do rope first so it's comfortable, then chains.
I'm gonna do something absolutely crazy. Okay, so where we are right now, what is around?
A little quiet.
I said I want to do something absolutely insane. So, is there like? But it depends on what's around us. So the room we're in, is there like stuff around us? Anything that I can pick up?
There's some medical equipment, a few other cots, and then some of the rope and chains the automatons brought in with you.
Oh, there's not like a little bed or I don't know, railing or something.
Well, there's some cots with some railing around them, and then Serena's cot has some folding railing that you can fold up or down.
I think I have the strength to do this. Can I rip one of the railings off and then bend it so I can just wrap it around her?
Give me a athletics check.
Okay. I thought it would be.
Yeah, roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
11 plus 15 plus 3 because the proficiency modifier thing.
Yeah, you're able to
17.
pretty semi-crudely wrap some of the removed railing around Serena.
So you
You're not
guys
sure
can see, like, can I describe it?
No, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so in this, I'll just say paranoia and almost kind of freaking out extremely, Maxon just runs over to the cot, and you guys see him lift the bed up. He rips one of the railings off and just starts bending it Hulk style.
Appropriate reaction, I would say.
And then
I
he
will
just grabs
say-
it on Serena.
It's pretty
Maxon,
pissed off.
you do note that this railing is pretty thin. You're not sure how well it will hold, but it is definitely holding for the moment.
It will definitely reinforce the chains already around her, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll add a couple more precautions, but
Better some
good,
than none,
Good,
you
good
know?
job. Good, way to go. You really fucking did that.
I don't know who. I don't know what that part was for, and I'm sorry for who it belonged to.
It don't belong to anybody right now.
Doc Green isn't saying anything. She just seems to be working.
We'll worry about it later. We'll worry about it later.
Alex is has picked up the device and seems to just kind of be looking it over. Is well, I guess I'll say, is everybody done with the preparation? Is there anything else you would like to do?
We used all the rope and all the chain, so we might be good.
After I got
And,
all of her equipment, I backed out of the way over against the wall because I don't know what else is going on.
And for you, Serena, your arm has been removed. The mechanical one, it has been detached.
No, the flesh one.
Yes, you have been dismembered.
So I go, whoa!
MC Hammer style.
And as you finish restraining Serena and the machine finishes calibrating, you see it begins to slowly kind of light up as it sits on the table next to Serena. And Alex just kind of looks down and just says, "I think that means it's ready." And he looks around to everybody as he lifts it up. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Memory's fuzzy when it comes to this. Whatever it is, we need to make sure that we help her through it.
Don't have to
Are you
think
ready?
twice.
And okay, yeah, I'll take the silence as a yes.
I was gonna.
Yeah,
I
I'm
keep
good,
speaking
yeah.
up, but I don't want to feel like I'm hogging all the airtime.
Well,
Yeah,
as
I think we're as prepared as we can be.
So for once,
We all
I can't,
just-
I can't
I
hold
will
all the
say
air,
that.
so.
You know what? I'll say that we all just looked to him and just the look on our face said yes.
well, with that, as Alex places the device over Serena's eyes, you see it expands into a full. It almost expands to another airtight helmet as it begins to expand over Serena's head and encases her
What the fuck?
entire head again. And how are we doing on time? Because we're getting to a pretty big part right now, and if we need to stop here for time, we can pick this up next time.
I'm actually pretty much almost out of time, actually.
All right, that's what I was thinking. Is everyone good with stopping here and picking it up next week?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Works.
All right, cool.
So,
Well, on that note, is there any questions that anybody has for me while I still have everybody here?
not really. At the
I'm
moment.
good for now.
Well, I do want to ask if, okay, so I guess we can just like end it on one question. I want to make the argument that, like, everybody's probably got their own questions to ask, but I really want to be the first one to ask because my ship was the one that she fucked with. What do you guys think?
I don't know. It's up to you. But
That's fine.
unfortunately, I will see you guys next time. Gotta go.
All right.
And
See you, Sharp.
next
Fun.
one.
See ya.
Night.
Yeah. Night.
So you can ask all the questions you want about the ship.
Yeah.
Seraphim's just come back.
Now that you're more, maybe, are you more agreeable? let's run a few. Say ah.
That's all Seraphim's
All right.
going to do.
I'm going to end the stream of my screen.
Hey Jackson, guess what?
Ha.
Happy Father's Day.
Indeed. It is 20 minutes into late Father's Day.
So he looked over at me and said, "Hey, Happy Father's Day."